U2, even better than the real thing off Octung Baby. We're playing that because Octung Baby is 25 years old today. Any U2 fans in the room?
I saw him on that Pop Mart tour.
That was...
With the martini glass?
Oh, no, that was okay. I was thinking the one with the big lemon. Trying to, I've seen U2 so many times. I'm confusing tours now. Did you like them?
Yeah, I loved them.
You loved U2?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get into the later stuff so much.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first like 5 records I loved.
Yeah, awesome. Joshua Tree is one of my favorite albums of all time. Vic Henley and Jim Florentine in the studio. What's up, Vic?
I've only seen them twice. I saw them in '85 or '86 out in Arizona.
That's Joshua Tree territory.
And Bono was yelling at the audience because they wouldn't pass Martin Luther King's birthday as a holiday, and they were people were. It was one of the few times I'd been at a big show, and he would push it right up to the level of annoyance and then back in and go into the song.
But he was yelling at the audience? What do they have to do with it?
They were one of the last states to not make it the holiday.
Yeah, but I would assume people going to a U2 show would want the holiday. So why are you taking it out on the audience? Because the state is all
it was just funny. It was a damn good show, and then I didn't see him again probably until... like 2000, like 15 years later. I saw him at Madison Square Garden, the Elevation Tour.
Well, that pisses me off because the whole North Carolina with the bathroom thing, they're taking it out on the entire state. And there's a ton of people that are supporting all that and shouldn't be penalized because the state hasn't, figured that shit out.
But are they doing it anymore? I haven't heard any artists canceling shows.
I think they've finally backed off a little bit, I believe. Because
it didn't get
Trump's
traction.
president now. Trump president now. So we get to back off everything.
No, I think they realize, okay, it's not working. Nobody gives a shit. It's not that big of an issue. It was almost like the Redskin name. Remember how that was a big thing? And then, the owner said, look, I'm not changing it. I don't give a shit. And they're like, well, then we're going to take away your trademark. Okay, good. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah. And nobody talks about it anymore.
I've said it over the years because we've been in the shit, as most people know. If a company just hangs in there long enough, it really does go away. Just don't panic by these minority groups, yelling and screaming about something stupid. Just hang in there, and they usually move on to something else.
Always.
Right?
I always tell people if someone's in the press and some shit's going down, I go, just... In 6 hours, Lindsay Lohan's going to do something. Just remember that. In 6 hours, Lindsay Lohan's going to do something.
Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah, one of them. One of them is going to do something.
You just need a celebrity like Kanye West. Kanye West is the big one today.
Oh, yeah? What's he doing today?
Oh, really? Should we even talk about it?
I was in a non-Kanye bubble this morning. So.
Well, he's the number one trend on Twitter. But he said he didn't vote, but if he would have, he would have voted for Trump. So everyone's like, oh, my God.
Really?
And he had a lot. You want to play the video really fast? Oh, God. All right. Wait, go back a second there. I didn't want to fucking even do this, but now that we mention it, we might as well.
I said something that was kind of politically correct. I told y'all I didn't vote, right? But I didn't tell you. I guess I told you. But if I would have voted, I would have voted on Trump. To black people, stop focusing on racism. This world is racist, okay? Let's stop being distracted to focus on that as much. It's just a f***ing fact. We are in a racist country.
Shut up and sing a song!
Period.
Shut up and sing it!
I wonder how he feels about Martin Luther King's birthday as a holiday.
Please. He thinks people really want to know what he has to say.
He's getting out front for his 2020 campaign.
Yeah, oh, that's right. He's going to run in 2020. I don't believe he believes any of that shit he just said.
I'm surprised he didn't get more boos from his audience when he said he was going to vote for Trump.
Yeah, that's what I was listening for, Jim.
I heard a lot of...
Yeah, those.
Did you?
Yeah, he just knows how to get attention. That's all that is. I don't think he believes that. But I think he believes if I do say this, it's going to be everywhere tomorrow, and that's what he's into.
Okay.
He's one of those people like his wife there and the rest of that family. They know how to get their names in the press.
A robbery. I voted for Trump.
Right.
You know, picture my ass. Yeah. You know,
picture my ass.
2-3 weeks go by. All right, let me show my ass again.
Yeah, let's get the ass back out.
They check with their people. When was the last time I showed my ass to the world? It's been 10 days. Fuck! I gotta wait another 3 or 4 days before I can show my ass again.
Mom, where's the ass calendar?
Yeah, exactly.
They probably mark it off like every quarter, like a new season. You know what I mean?
Right.
As soon as the leaves start falling out, I got to show my ass.
Just like the clothing companies bring out the new catalog for a new season, she brings out a new ass picture.
I was in the break room right before the show, getting myself a beverage, and then I remembered that you were going to be here today.
So what does that mean?
Well, I wanted to know if it's okay to drink coffee and hot chocolate together.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
I'm drinking a latte, so you can come at me.
All right, good. Oh my God. I mean, I haven't had one of these in a while, and I'm like, I picked the day Florentine's coming in to have a chocolate fucking coffee drink.
I love those.
It's weird because you would think
That's where I got it from because you.
I love those.
You've been slamming these the last few days.
They're good.
Yeah, a little because if the coffee's not great, you throw in a little.
Perfect.
Yeah, you would think that I would be against that, but the hot chocolate. But I'll drink it in the wintertime when it's cold.
Do you put whipped cream on top?
No, if I have it at home, I don't put whipped cream. If they ask for it, like at a Starbucks, I'm like, no.
No. Does that make it
I
bad?
like whipped cream, but nah.
Yeah. All right. What did you say about Mike Huckabee?
He just left Trump Tower.
Mike Huckabee just left Trump Tower. They're all kissing the ring of our next president.
It was funny. I was doing sets in the city last night in New York, and a couple of comments like, "Who voted for Donald? Anyone vote for Donald Trump?" And nobody raised their hand.
Really?
Nobody wants to raise their hand. I hadn't at both shows.
Well, I mean, you see the stuff going on. If you admit that you voted for Trump, you could be in trouble. Or what's the one today? The Starbucks, right there, Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, or they won't serve you at Starbucks, Florentine.
Well.
What?
Is it because you want whipped cream or your hot chocolate? I wouldn't serve you either. I'm like, go home. I'm like, I hope this is for your kid, right?
Could you give me a little extra?
Yeah, I'm like, this isn't for Opie, this is for Aiden, right? Because I'll give it to an Aiden, but not an Opie.
Actually.
What about a Greg? Would you give it to a Greg?
No, a Greg's got to be over 40. There's no 5-year-old Gregs.
Right.
I hate to disappoint you, but I actually say no to the whipped cream.
Really?
I really do. You know, it comes up. There's Jell-O and pudding in the house and hot chocolate, and I always go no whipped cream.
Do you remember when they floated
cream.
that really special hot chocolate drink that was like a melted candy bar, and they rolled it out for just a year or two, and then it just went away. Do you remember that? It was at Starbucks. It was a thing.
No, I don't remember.
It was like extra turbo deluxe.
Really?
They'd only give you a little bitty cup of it. It only came in one size.
Yeah.
And it literally, to me, it felt like if you put a stick in it, turned around, walked away, and came back in 15 minutes, you would have like a chocolate lollipop. Right. It was that thick and rich, but it was damn delicious. But
you can only have one of those a year.
Well, that's why I'd get one.
It's so fucking sweet.
When it's so cold here, I would get I was on a Jag where I was getting like one a week.
Oh, really?
You know, during the wintertime, because that's the only time they were available.
I actually don't like things that are overly sweet.
It was the perfect blend of not too rich, but I mean, it was heavy duty.
Yeah.
It didn't need any whipped cream or anything on it.
Yeah, rich stuff I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I like my sugar, but it can't be over the top rich. I got another question for you. So right before the show, I went and got a nice bowl of spaghetti in a tiny little joint on the Upper West Side. And there was a kid in there screaming with his mom. Screaming, and the whole place is so fucking annoyed. I don't think we've talked about this, though. You didn't have a kid that acted up or yelled and screamed in public.
No.
I know it's relatively normal, so I'm not questioning parents that have the kid that screams in public. But when mine acted up in public at that age, this kid was about 3, we were always in mid-panic, like, oh, my God, we want to say sorry to everybody and get them out of there immediately. I think that's the way to work it, right? To play it. This kid kept screaming and screaming, and everyone's getting more and more annoyed. And then And then the mom is doing nothing about it. Shouldn't you be on the clock? Like, all right, I'll give it a minute. If he doesn't calm down, I got to get the fuck out of here. It's just a piece. It's just a slice of pizza. That's all it is. You can eat that out on the street. The place was like half this room too, and about 20 of us in there easily just squished together.
How old was the kid about?
Maybe 3.
Yeah, that's
and that's
weird.
a little old too, I think, for screaming kids.
Words or just a scream? Was he saying anything? Did you figure out what his request was? What was he upset about?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Vic. I believe what he said.
What was he saying? Why was he crying? Why is that grown man have half hot chocolate, half coffee?
You said it was okay. You said it was okay.
It is okay.
You said it was okay.
Look how happy
I asked
he is.
permission. I asked.
I have it too.
And look, no whipped cream, no on top.
What are you
okay?
out of it?
Trying to do voices now. I think that'll get the people listening. I need to do voices.
You're going to do Michael Winslow?
Yeah, I'll try that. So I believe what he was saying, Vic, the whole time was, I'm better now. I'm better now. I'm better now. I'm better now. I'm better now.
God almighty.
No exaggeration.
And she didn't do the grab and go.
Over, and everyone's like, holy fuck, when is this bitch going to like do the right thing and take the kid out of the situation?
Yeah, you got to be. It's the draw. You got to be ready to grab and go. Yank them up and out.
Yeah.
That's what I see people do 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't.
And the owner of the place, who's a fan of this very radio show, that's why I go there, because I walked by this place one day out of nowhere, and he was like, he went, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're walking by my store." I'm like, "Well, what else am I going to do? I mean,
I live right over here.
Yeah, I'm in Manhattan. I
way.
I'm here 10, 15 blocks away from here. So now I go there from time to time.
Okay.
And he kept looking at me, and I'm like, dude, it's all good, man. You got a million customers that are pissed off, not just me, right? And then finally he walks over to the 3-year-old, not to the mom. He goes, is there something wrong with the pizza?
Really?
Oh, no kidding.
To the kid, though.
So you think he did it for you? That he saw you stink eyeing enough that he walked over there?
No. He wasn't. No, it wasn't. I could be a dick.
What? No, really?
Breaking news.
Surprise?
I could be a dick.
Shocker.
No, I was good. I wasn't even giving looks or glances. I was actually trying to figure out how I could Facebook Live it. And then I knew the comments would be like, really?
Why?
Because
what comment?
You have to show a kid.
Yeah,
that
you know.
thing, yeah.
Florentine knows.
Oh, okay.
So then I realized, okay, that would be stupid. So I was actually, I was kind of fine with it. But when he came over to the 3-year-old and said, is there something wrong with the pizza?
Did the kid stop?
I started laughing. No, still.
Nothing.
I'll be good. I'm good now. Not I'll be good. I'm good now.
I'm good now.
I'm good now. Over and over again. Over and over. I'm good now. And then the guy took the pizza. He made the move. He made the move by taking the pizza and getting it into a to-go bag.
Oh, he just
So
went,
he didn't even ask the mom
whether you wanted it or not.
And then I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Just pop the sack.
Well, as soon as he took the pizza away, I am good now turned into. Sorry to scream.
No, that's all right.
People in their cars like, shut the fuck up. But I mean,
My kid only had one episode one time on a plane. He got cranky. I would try to fly the times where he would take a nap, where I wouldn't wake him up early in the morning on his schedule. So one time he had a fit for like 20 minutes on a plane ride, and I just picked him up and I brought him in the back of the plane and we went in the bath and we just hung out there for like 15 minutes because I was like, I'm not going to do I'm not going to do this to the other passengers around it. Yeah. Now, having a kid and that shit's going on a plane, I got my noise canceling headphones on, so I'm like, all right. So I feel for that person back there. It sucks.
Yeah.
When you don't have a kid, you're like, I want to fucking murder that kid.
Yeah.
And I want to murder those parents and won't shut them up. So you have some sympathy when you have a kid. But I always take him out of that situation. My son doesn't do it, but the one time he did, we're going in the bathroom until you calm down.
That's all you can do.
That's all I've ever asked before kids, and now that I have kids, at least give it a shot. As long as the parent's giving a shot trying to calm the kid down or takes the kid out of the situation, this kid should have been taken out of the situation.
He didn't even get a shush or nothing. She wasn't even doing the super wussy thing where, what's wrong, honey? No.
I think
like she just carrying on her own business.
No, I think it was the perfect time to teach the kid a lesson that if you act up, you don't get the lemonade.
Sure.
Yeah, of course, that's the perfect time to teach the kid that lesson in front of 20 other people that are just trying to have a quick little lunch before they go back to their shit shitty jobs, I was ready to take the lemonade and just hand it to the kid. I'm like, this is not the time or place to, give your kid a lesson.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a great barter with a kid when you could do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see my son, like, we're at a birthday party. I'm like, be friends with that boy over there because he's got a hot mom.
I believe you.
And he is now. And it's beautiful. I'm like, we should hang out. He likes to go here. We should, the movies. Yeah, well, I'll go. Yeah, if you got an afternoon, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
Ooh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's
let him
wonderful.
go play. Go in the backyard. Go play in the woods. Me and Mom are going to hang out.
Maybe watch a ball game.
Me and your mom are going to play hide and seek.
As soon as I see no ring, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking going in right now. What's your son's name? Yeah, I know they're friends. It's beautiful.
Let me say hi to John in good old Virginia. John, go ahead.
Opie, how long did we have to listen to you cry about not getting a picture with you two?
That went on for a while. I'm not going to lie to you, John.
Yeah, at least 2 weeks.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Well,
you know. When you're right, you're right. I had a golden. Well, John, now that you called in, now I got to talk about it again. I've never asked for anything.
Was it XM Studios?
It was right here.
It was here.
It was right here. They did a town hall, the whole band. And they got me into the fishbowl, and that was very, very nice. There was only like 20, 30 of us. And then Scott Greenstein wouldn't get me a picture with the whole band.
Did he take a picture?
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. And that's a picture. My thought is this, he's one of the bigwigs around here, but he doesn't give a fuck about a picture with the entire band. I bet you he doesn't even know where that picture is right now. And the band didn't want to take a lot of pictures like that. They did take group pictures with the people that were checking out the town hall. But I mean, when it comes down to it, U2 is probably one of my top 5 favorite bands of all time. For a long time, they were number 1, and it moves around here and there, but they're always at the top of my list. And I made it clear, look, I don't ask for anything, but I would really like a picture with this band. And then I had to watch as he's getting his picture. See, Paul's laughing. Everyone's laughing. I had to watch him through the fishbowl glass getting his picture with the band.
Well, why don't you follow him
You're
out?
the boss. You're the boss. You could easily just said, "Hey, come with me," and the band's not going to say no.
Sure.
All he had to do was go, "Hey, could you guys take one more?"
Did you ask Scott? Like, hey, can I get a picture?
Everyone knew Florentine.
But you should have followed him out to where he was taking a picture and see if you could jump in. Hey, can I get one real quick?
I'm not I swear to you, I'm not that type of guy. I did everything. I made sure everyone knew that I really wanted that picture, but I wasn't going to be pulling on his suit. Don't forget me.
Did Falcone
Everyone
get one?
knew enough where if they wanted to get it done, they would have.
Falcone got one?
Yeah, I think Falcone got an individual with the whole band.
No, we didn't.
That would be the
Son of a bitch.
That would be the greatest thing in the world if he walked in here right now and just showed us.
And then
Somehow, some way, when other people try for photos around here and it doesn't happen, you see later on Facebook, there's just Denny with his stupid mug with the person that nobody else could get a photo.
Whoever it is, right?
yeah, he's good like that. But
That's why I want this to be true.
But they did that. I know.
That would be the greatest thing in the world.
They did that with Roland and Springsteen. Springsteen has come rolling through here a whole bunch of times for years, and it's like, yeah, and they wouldn't let him get on the back of the line of a listener line for a photo. That's his number 1, Springsteen.
Yeah.
I mean, he would kill somebody over Springsteen, and they wouldn't do that. It's like, no one's going to know in the end. And,
Boy,
and that
that's
shit
weird.
goes a long way with your employees.
That's weird. Yes, it does. That's very team building.
I said to myself I wouldn't bitch, but that guy had to call in.
Well,
And then I had to watch the band one by one leave the floor to the elevator. They all left separately because they look like, to me, they don't really fucking like each other.
What if they just all had separate appointments?
Yeah, who knows? I think they had 4 separate Suburbans to get them out of here. But one by one, I watched them leave. I'm like, yeah, I'll get that picture next time they happen to be here. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a tough. Working on that metal show, we'd have repeat guests. So I would get the picture, like in season 1, and they would come back for season 4. So I get that 8x10 blown up. Yeah. And next time when they came back, I'd have them sign it.
Oh, sweet.
So I had a whole system down.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
That's really cool.
That is awesome.
But then when you break it down, like after you get the pictures, it's like, all right, It's almost like it's almost like a chick that buys like the new Louis Vuitton bag because it comes out the first day.
Sure.
Is that really going to make you happy? Like, well, you got to go back to your life in 10 minutes.
Well,
you know, you get it, and I got all these pictures. I'm like, what am I going to do with them? I'm like, yeah, they're nice. I got a couple hanging on my wall, but it's like, you know.
Florentine, you're different than me. Like, that's your thing. You do get a lot of pictures. I don't get a lot. I really don't.
So you only want ones that are special? For
the most part, you know. I started taking a few more pictures when these guys came through, but for years, I barely took celebrity pictures. I mean, there's a bunch of them out there, so people are going to say you're lying.
Right.
Who would
but
be
there's
your
a ton
favorite,
that I just didn't.
Who's your favorite band or group that you do have a picture with? Do you have one? Do you have one?
I got Van Halen. I got Metallica without who's not in there?
Jason.
No, he's in it.
Jason Newsted's in it.
Yeah, I think it was Lars.
But Lars wasn't in the picture.
Everyone but Lars. That was from my Buffalo days. I got that. I got my Robert Plant picture. That's fucking huge.
I've seen that one.
That's awesome. I got Phil Collins. I used to be a big Genesis fan. I got Sting with his, like, you know, his
firm yoga body.
Yeah, there you go.
His 3-hour tantric orgasm, yoga body.
He was scowling in the picture, but whatever. I still got the picture. So, but I got a picture with President Clinton that I don't display in my house. It's just in a box somewhere.
I showed you my George H.W. It's in a closet somewhere. Me and him standing there.
So I guess in a way you're right. I don't know, but I would have liked that one in the end.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. There's a couple, like I would like to get one with Eddie Van Halen. That's one that I've never met him, and I would love to have one with Eddie. But...
Do you know Craig Gass?
Yeah.
Did you hear him tell a story about living at Eddie Van Halen's house?
He's Forrest Gump. The guy is everywhere.
He's Forrest Gump.
He's Forrest Gump. Every moment. He went to a Dolphin game like 3 weeks ago.
Right.
He's on the field before the game. Who knows how? Down in Miami. He's not even a Dolphin fan. He's a Seahawks fan. How the fuck is he on the field? Dan Marino works for the team, so he's there on the field before the game, shaking hands. You know, he's like the mayor. They just hire him. You know. So he's there, and he goes up to Dan. He's like, "Hey, Dan, how you doing?" He gets a picture with Dan. He's like, "Dan, I'm a comedian." He's like, "Oh, great." He goes, "You like comedy?" Dan's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Who's your favorite comedian?" He goes, "Jim Florentine." That's what Dan said. So Craig's like, "I was like so excited that he knew you." I'm like, "Oh, Jim's my good friend. We used to tour and we hang out." And he goes, I was talking to him like Dan was going to go, "Yeah, let's go have a beer and talk about Jim." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I know Jim." And, "Okay, all right, dude, I got to fucking go shake hands with the owner of the Jets now. I don't care." But he did. Craig said, "I got so excited, like we were going to go hang out and talk stories about you." He didn't give a shit.
Have you met Marino before?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a great guy.
Marino's gone and checked out Florentine's set.
Oh, that's good.
He's phenomenal. He's great.
Good.
And you know, Craig Gass, you're right about him being that's a perfect description of him. He was hanging out with Bill Murray after the final out of Game 7.
Remember that game, the football game where they had the replacement refs, that Monday night game where they fucked it up, that last play in the end zone was a Seahawk game?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's when they got the regular refs back. This was like 2 years ago. Craig Gass was on the field next to Pete Carroll, fucking on national TV when they're arguing over is the game over or not. And Craig Gass is standing there like he's a security. I'm like, that's fucking Craig again. And in the Super Bowl at Giant Stadium or MetLife, he's on the fucking field. I see him on there with the trophy. When they give him the Super Bowl trophy, when the Seahawks beat the Broncos, he's there. I'm like,
no.
Yeah. Then he was in the locker room with the Seahawks. The guy's unbelievable.
Well, he was at Game 7 in Chicago, and he was hanging out with Bill Murray right after the out. He was right behind home plate.
No, I know. I heard it. He was there.
With Eddie Vedder, who he's a huge fan of, and Eddie knows who he is. And Bill Murray, here's the video again that we just happen to be playing in this. Not happen to, but it is being played in the studio again. So, yeah, he gets around. There you go. He's 2 feet away from Bill Murray. As Bill Murray's pretty much loving life after this World Series win.
Did I ever tell you about seeing Jameson at the Super Bowl, Jim? When I was at the Super Bowl in Houston.
Yeah, that was...
As Carolina Patriots, and there was a concert the Friday night or Saturday night before the Super Bowl. There was a Toby Keith, Kid Rock, a whole bunch of people playing on some show. And I looked down in the VIP. My friend and I got me in, but we're way up in the nosebleeds. I look in the VIP, and there's Jameson sitting right in the middle with all the laminates and everything. Right. And she had just said to me, "Boy, it would be cool if we could get down to the VIP." And then when she pointed, I go, "Where is it?" And she goes, "Over there." And I'm like, "Oh, I know that dude. I think we can get in there." And I went down there and flagged him, and he mumbled something to somebody. And right this way, Mr. Henley. And he got me and my buddy, my friend in, and we sat there and enjoyed the concert from the VIP.
A girl or a guy?
From my friend Ava, yeah. Don Jameson.
Okay. So did you bang her? Because Jameson gets the assist.
No, he's.
If he got
she's
you
just
down
my friend.
there.
She's married. She's my friend. She's married.
Okay, right.
And her husband, they have a little girl, and every now and then she goes to the Super Bowl every year. And so every now and then, when he has to stay home and take care of the kid, I'll be her +1 and go to these things. So she's taking me to 3 Super Bowls.
3 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
awesome.
fun. Oh. Very cool.
Jameson, of all people.
No, that's right.
I want to remind the people that it's Blackberry Smoke Day on this fine radio show. They're going to be playing in about an hour from right now. It's supposed to be at 4. I don't know if we said that this week, but it's now going to be at 4:30. They're going to do at least
where are they going to play?
3 songs.
Right in the studio here?
No, they're hooking up. I mean, it's a whole thing. It's not just them coming
go over there for their
it's not just them coming in with acoustic guitars. It's the whole damn thing, and we're very excited. Florentine is the one that turned me onto Blackberry Smoke, so he's here today. And you got a gig tonight, so thanks for stopping by because I didn't think you were going to do it.
I gotta drive to the Catskills.
Yeah.
You know, even before the show ends, and I have a donut as a tire, and it's a 2-hour ride.
You didn't get your tire fixed?
No.
The little bitty one.
The donut, which the guy in the garage fixed. I was pulling in the garage here, right by Sirius here, and I hit the fucking curb coming in.
God.
So I blew out my tire. So I pull in the garage, now I got a flat. They go, dude, you got a flat? I'm like, oh, shit. Now what do I do? And my car's just sitting there. Like, you have to move it. I'm like, where am I going to move it to? So they go, all right, we'll move it. They put it in the corner. And then I'm trying to call AAA. I'm trying to change it. I got the little fucking scissor jack with 90 different parts to it. I'm like, this ain't going to work. I'm calling AAA, and they want my car out of it. They're like, look, you got to move it because we put it over there.
Right.
So then, like, they weren't busy for some reason earlier this morning. So, like, 2 guys came over, and they had a friggin' wheel jack, and they just went over and they changed it for me.
Nice.
I'm trying to call AAA. Like, you're in a garage, and I'm trying to do it, and I'm pretending I don't know how because I want them to do it.
Sure.
So I'm just, so they went in there and put the donut on. So I got a donut, and I got to go right to.
That's the worst time to get a flat tire in Manhattan.
In a garage where you got to move your car.
Yeah.
There's 9 cars behind you, and you're fucking getting you out of the car.
For the people that aren't local, these garages in Manhattan, they're a nightmare. There's cars just coming and going, lined up both ways.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
It's the worst place to have a flat tire. You should have gave them $20. They would have found you a tire. They would have found some car that's been in that garage that has a lot of dust on it, and you would have had a nice brand spanking new tire on that thing.
I did give the guy 20 after he changed it.
Well, yeah, you got to do that, but. You're like me, though, man. In the old days when I got a donut tire going, I just drove on that for a while.
I'm driving on it. I don't give a shit.
I'm bad that way.
I've done that, too.
What's the worst that can happen? It gets a flat, and then you go, all right,
like
I got
you'll
no
drive
tire.
to the Catskills tonight on a donut tire. By the way, people are going to know who you are on the road today.
I'll be the guy doing 40 on the New York Thruway. The New York Thruway is pretty much 2 lanes, some are 3 or whatever, but you've got to do like 75. Or people are on your fucking ass. Right. I'm going to be doing 45.
On the donut.
Please text me when you get that one honk honk of someone recognizing your donut tire.
Whizzing by, I got my bag full of lug nuts. Because these cars now, they got that one lug nut that it can't steal your tire, so you put it in your glove compartment. There's one special nut you have to get out.
Oh, wow.
I didn't take off. I didn't know.
I didn't know this, yeah.
So, because I was trying to take it off, and so there's one nut where it doesn't fit. When you're trying to take it off, and it's in your glove compartment, you got to take that out, and that's how you get it off.
How did
I didn't know that either. I'm like, shit, this one doesn't fit. What the fuck? And they go, no, it's in your glove compartment. So I got my bag of nuts with me, which I need because then I can't get the tire off.
Maybe you could make some man jewelry out of one of those and have a nice lug nut ring.
And isn't it getting harder and harder to get a new tire for your car too?
Because they want you to get all 4.
Each dealership has special tires now. In the old days, you just got a fucking tire.
You went to the tire store.
Yeah, I remember Jim Brewer called the show because he couldn't make it in because he got a flat tire, and it was a whole thing. You got to get the special tire for your vehicle.
Yeah. My tires are like $300 a piece.
My mom
and you just can't go to a tire store and get it. You have to. That is
but I found out now that if I get something adjusted, I have to buy 4 new tires.
Yeah.
Put the money up now so that if I ever have a flat down the line, I can get more of a generic tire put on there.
Oh, okay.
But for right now, what came with the car, it's $300 a piece.
What was Roland doing?
Drinking.
Yeah, he's just about done, isn't he?
Seriously?
I'm done, baby.
Yeah, Roland is heading out for a week.
Where's he going?
Well, Thanksgiving's next week. I can't believe Thanksgiving is here already. And Roland is hitting the road to go see family for the week.
He's going out west.
So he's done. His job is done. Is he really drinking in there?
No.
I know.
He's imitating me. He's mocking me.
He's been doing that all day. Not mocking you. He just loves doing your accent.
He
Why?
also likes doing someone else too.
Yeah.
Who?
I know.
He's imitating Rick Henley.
Can you? Who else can you do, Roland?
I could do Florentine.
Let's hear it.
I know.
It's pretty close.
I do Roland's laugh.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, yeah. So that's just ridiculous with the tires. Whatever. Let's go.
But yeah, you can't, like, I'm going to try to get one. They're going to go, look, you need at least two because they got to even out in the
Why?
front. Who
Fuck
knows?
that.
I used to go to a fucking junkyard and to pick
Right.
up one
I would
for like $20.
I would just juggle my tires when I was growing up.
Yeah, you just rotated them around.
Ah, man, the front right one would be really bad,
sure.
but then I'd have a brand new one on the back side on the left, and then I would just balance them out.
Right.
Like, I think this one works better back here because it's more worn than the new one I just got. I played that fucking game all the time.
I had one.
I was never going to buy 4 tires at once. I couldn't afford it.
It was I had a blowout on the 10 in East Los Angeles, and literally limping on down to the end of the ramp. And I'm in the barrio, and right there at the end of the ramp is here's a whole bunch of East LA Mexican dudes sitting around the garbage can. They got a fire going in the garbage can, and it's like a nondescript cinder block building, and it was a goddamn tire place.
Really?
And so 100 yards from where it happened, I had these 2 guys jumped in. The whole thing didn't cost me more than 20 minutes maximum from the blowout to getting a new one, and I'm back on the 10, headed out and made friends with several wonderful
awesome.
Mexican-American gentlemen.
Oh, and I'll just drive on a fucking bad tire for a while, no problem.
My mom and my girl just had to get them. They had to get all 4 at the same time.
Yeah,
yeah. It was grand. It was
that's a lot of fucking money, man. Hey, let's go to that Starbucks story that we kind of teased. So you got this guy voted for Trump, and now this is a big story, and people videotaped him. He was at a Miami Starbucks.
We have 2 videos.
Oh, really?
We have the actual video, and then we have a news.
Oh, yeah,
video.
but it's the same incident, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just play this out for the people.
I'm at Starbucks. You're complete part. You're trash.
So what?
Because I voted for Trump.
So what? What do you want?
Trump.
Congratulations.
You lost. Now give me my money back. What is your name? I want your name. I want your card. Okay, you're garbage. You're complete trash. Hey, come on. You talk like that. You want to talk like that? Get outside, but don't talk to other people like that.
So he just gets in an argument with another customer.
Yeah, I mean...
How did she know he voted for Trump before he said it?
He just started saying it. He thought he was being denied service because of that for some reason.
But how would they know if he voted for Trump?
We have the news story.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Maybe he was talking online and he said something and she heard him.
No, the service...
There's a story.
I could say it this way. My experience at Starbucks is that the service is shitty.
Yeah, I've never seen
It's
them
fucking shitty at
busting their
Starbucks.
asses at any Starbucks.
No, they take their fucking time, and they're really, really slow. So I think that's what was going on here. And then the guy gets frustrated, and then in his crazy mind, because I read this story, I guess he said he was off his meds or something like that. So in his crazy mind, when he wasn't getting his drink fast enough, he's thinking, oh, it's because I voted for Trump. Hey, asshole, you didn't tell anyone you voted for Trump.
That's weird.
Looking at this guy, you would assume he voted for Hillary, right?
Yeah, he looks like he would
He
have.
looks like a Hillary supporter.
Sweater vest.
If you're going to profile, if you're the barista and you look at this guy, you would think probably Hillary before Trump.
I don't know.
All right, well, let me see the news story.
Yeah, go back to that.
I'll get to you when I want to get to you. I'll get to you when I want to get to you. You know, and that's the problem with this video that everybody sees. They don't see the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes of what truly happened.
Now at 6, coffee shop tirade. A Starbucks customer and Donald Trump supporter now fighting back, accusing a barista of discrimination. However, that man is also apologizing.
Still, he insists that barista refused to serve him for political reasons. CBS 4's Peter Dench spoke with everyone involved, and he's live at that Starbucks
thank
in
God you
Coral
did.
Gables. Peter.
Well, Ruta Bay, that barista is upset, and she told me she feels disrespected by the comments. She also disagrees with what the upset customer had to say happened at this Starbucks restaurant on US 1 near the University of Miami, that she felt compelled to speak out briefly. How do you feel about this whole thing, what happened to you?
It's very disrespectful.
Starbucks barista Jennifer Santos says David Sanguesa lost his temper after a delay in serving him coffee.
I'm very upset. I mean, how I'm supposed to feel.
Sanguesa demands his money back.
You're trash. Because I voted for Trump.
So what?
Trump. You lost. Now give me my money back. You did discrimination.
A customer steps in.
Do not talk to other people that way.
God bless him. That's all I have to say.
Are you
God
upset
bless
about
him.
this whole thing?
Yes, I'm very upset.
What upsets you the most, Jennifer?
Just his racial comments.
Attorney Jorge de Cardenas uses his phone to take video that was posted on Twitter.
I think it's just intolerable behavior, and I think Trump's victory shouldn't rubber stamp that type of behavior.
Sanguesa is so angry, he says to the customer,
Going to punch you out.
Sanguesa says he got angry after waiting at least 20 minutes for Santos to serve him and his friends the coffee he had paid for.
I was not served coffee, and they said names. I was called names from college kids, horrible names, and because of that. And I got upset, and I was wrong for getting upset, but I didn't deserve that discrimination or racism because of who I voted for.
But that's not how it went.
The Starbucks Corporation says it's committed to a safe work environment and embraces diversity and treating people with respect. Record shows Sanguesa has been arrested before for DUI, tampering with a witness, and unlawful restraint.
And I was wrong to get upset. I should have just clearly walked out, but I didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted my coffee.
Now, Sanguesa tells us he's been going to the Starbucks store for the past 12 years. He's a South Miami developer and home builder who says he's already lost some business because of the video that's gone viral through Twitter. Meanwhile, police say they are not investigating because no crime was committed. We're live at Coral Gables. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.
Oh my God!
It's amazing.
Did we just sit through that?
That we spent that the guys outside of a Starbucks, the reporter.
I knew you'd be on the same page. That's
What
a
the fuck is going on?
That's a non-story. And then you got an old newsman that wanted to be Walter Cronkite, and he's outside a stupid Starbucks because obviously this guy, in my opinion, is very impatient. And probably he wasn't getting his drink quick enough, so he was probably acting up in the Starbucks. Everyone started noticing. That's why they were calling him names, because you're not just going to be called names for nothing. And then in his stupid head, because he didn't he wasn't on his meds, he thought it was all because he voted for Trump. And they did like 18 minutes on that.
Yeah. And the poor old guy out in the parking lot at dark. Peter Dench. I don't even know how you say his name.
Yeah,
it's such a weird Peter Dench.
You can see in his face, I got a report on this horse shit.
You can, yes, exactly.
You know what's going on in the fucking world?
Yeah, he's got to wait for a 20-year-old girl to come out to her car to get a comment on.
Right.
He's like, really? This is what I've been in the business for 40 years?
Right.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He looks like he's so angry on his face, just like the look of utter disgust.
Do you understand?
Oh, that's funny.
I reported from Nam. That's just a non-story. I apologize. I wasted the time of our listeners. Who gives a fuck?
You know,
they're just slow at Starbucks. They stink.
Yeah, they are. I was at Chipotle that's downstairs in this building.
Right.
I've never seen a line move that quick.
Oh, it's amazing. They know what they're doing.
I was like 40 deep, and I got my food within 4 minutes.
And that's a two-part line, because there's a line that comes from inside the building, and then there's a line that comes from outside the building, and it all merges, and you're in and out in less than 10 minutes.
They got their shit together. Every fast food place should be like that.
Yeah, that's a great assembly line. They must like whip their employees or something to make them work that efficiently.
Yeah, absolutely.
After hours, they're probably.
They let them all take pictures with you too when they were in town. That's what they always do.
You love that, don't you?
A good worker's a happy worker.
You love that, don't you, Mac?
I do a lot.
It's not a Trump story, though. A lot of Trump stories out there, but that's not a Trump story.
The dude from Alabama that he's picked is a jackass. I know that. Jeff Sessions. He doesn't like pot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, he was on record for saying something like at one point, because he was turned down to be a federal judge. He was nominated, and he got Biden and them wouldn't let him in. He couldn't pass confirmation.
He's going to be AG.
Yeah,
they've been calling it the AG on the news.
Right, and he said something like the Klan's not
general.
He had said something like, well, he didn't think the Klan was that bad, and then someone told him that the Klan smoked pot, and then he said, oh, then they're horrible.
Oh,
really? He wants to be extra harsh on all the marijuana laws. He thinks pot's bad. He doesn't think it's funny. It's not cute. He thinks it ought to be treated oxy, heroin, pot, all the same to him.
Alcohol's way worse than marijuana.
Do you think that he still thinks like that, or was that a while ago? Because now people are coming around to the pot.
No, he always he's recently said something again against the pot. Yeah, he it's never ever okay to him.
Well, usually those guys are in bed with the pharmaceutical companies.
Maybe
you're taking major business away from when you're legalizing pot and they're not using the pills anymore.
As soon as you get the pharmaceutical companies involved with marijuana, game over.
Yeah,
game over. That's all it's going to take.
They're just going to come up with some THC pills or something. They're going to go into the edible business.
Some kind of edible or whatever. I don't know. But it'll be game over. Of course. We all know that. They're against it because they don't have their hands in the pockets of the marijuana people, I guess. How many states have legalized it now? 9?
I don't know. I was waiting on
I think we're up to 9.
I was looking on Stunt Brain was telling us that, even 4 or 5 days after the election in Maine, it was still so close to call. It was like 51-49. It was really coming down to it.
Yeah, wow. I think there's like 9 Florida.
Something like that.
Now,
I think 9 were up for it this election and 7.
7 out of 9.
7 out of 9 this time, and we already had one or
Washington,
2, right?
Oregon.
So we got probably 9 states at this point, at least.
It all depends which states are medicinal and which are recreational.
And they've legalized it for the first bar and restaurant I was reading yesterday.
In Denver, right?
In Denver. First bar and restaurant. You could smoke away in that joint.
Amsterdam style.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
That's
God
all
bless
right.
America.
It's like going to an old school concert.
Yeah, really. That's exactly what it is.
There'll be way less fights in the marijuana bar. Than the traditional
of course.
bar. I know
That's
every
an easy
comic
one.
has done that
Yes,
joke over the years, but it's the God's honest truth.
Right. I just don't know of a lot of violent marijuana stories unless it's gunplay over a field.
Right.
Of marijuana.
Right. Not many.
Yeah.
Not many.
Yeah.
So, was there another Trump story there, Paul?
No, not really. They seem to be like
dwindling down finally.
Oh, this was.
Oh
just
no,
breaking.
we do have one. We have the report.
And this one was just breaking news too.
Trump agrees to settle Trump University fraud case for $25 million. Yeah, I heard he was gonna settle today.
Yeah, it's better to just get that out of the way.
He's got to settle this shit.
Look, Trump's not. He's got to stop with these. As long as he doesn't do with the abortion and all that shit, just outlaw that stuff and let the gays get married. Just whoever you hire underneath you that's for all that stuff, like Mike Pence, just say, dude, fucking, I'm the boss here.
Yeah, right.
All right, leave that shit alone.
Yep.
Let the gays get married. Let them do their thing. Who cares? They're not bothering anybody.
I thought he said something like that.
I'm hoping.
Trump did.
Yeah, he did, didn't
Trump
he?
basically said that ship is sailed.
Yeah, he didn't care. Yeah.
I think with his daughter, Ivana, the daughters and the sons, they're going to go, Dad, come on. Don't.
I hope so.
Don't act like those fucking old Republican men.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Just, be a little progressive and let them do the thing. Trump grew up in New York. He has no problem with gays.
Right.
He has no problem with that.
About.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's not even Trump.
No, I know, but
Pence that they're worried about.
Right, but he can't be going out there. You don't need to do that. Just
No, but Trump already said in that interview that ship is sailed. He's totally fine with what's going on with that. So.
Well, the abortion thing, too, just stay away from that. Come on.
And he's not bringing a religious aspect into a lot of this.
I know, which is great.
Good.
I know.
Yeah, that was the other Trump story, Paul. But let me take this call first. Let's say hi to Thomas in Alabama. Thomas.
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Hey, guys. I love your show. I think it's fantastic. Vic is letting me down, though. I know he's been too long in New York, but he's spouting some bullshit about Senator Sessions. Senator Sessions, I don't know how he feels like about weed. I've never smoked it with him, but he ain't a racist, and I doubt he likes the Klan at all.
Okay.
I don't know where Vic heard that shit.
I read it.
There's a lot
newspaper.
of there are a lot of headlines that came out. He thought the KKK was okay until he learned they smoked pot, and that turned him.
But then he was saying it was a joke. It was a stupid joke he made.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said that. But there was some also stuff he said some racial stuff back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, that's all BS. It was about a state senator who used to work and was with Mr. Sessions. And Mr. Sessions said something like boy and not in the context to which Michael Figures thought he was saying it. And it was a big scandal. He didn't make federal judge. Sessions is a good guy, but my bone to pick with Vic is, damn, man, you've been in fucking New York too long.
31 years.
you got to get back to the South.
Okay,
I mean,
no, I
we're not all a bunch of ignorant.
I didn't say you were.
The implication, man.
I didn't say you were. No,
we're not all shoeless.
I think it's nice that you keep calling him Mr. Sessions. I don't think I would give any politician that regard. That's nice of you. That's classy.
Yeah, it's classy.
Well, yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't, but he's a pretty stand-up guy. I don't know how I listen to you guys, and I don't know how you're fucking dealing with it, with all the bullshit with the parking situation. That's crazy. I don't know how you deal with it.
I've already adjusted. I'm Subways, and then you're good.
I was a Subway guy forever.
Yes,
yeah, it was just because it was broken yesterday that I got stuck in.
We have really shitty Subways, meaning that they're dirty and all that, but it's amazing that they could
they're
just
efficient.
They're very efficient. They could get you anywhere really quickly. We just need a modern Subway system would be nice, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Where's Sessions from? Do you know?
He's from my city, Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama. All right. Are you Auburn fan or you Alabama fan?
Vic, you're going to get upset, but I'm an Alabama.
That's okay.
Oh, fuck.
That's all right.
Goodbye.
I went to law school at Alabama.
Well, then that's legal. That's a legal Roll Tide.
All right.
Exactly right. But I'm not obnoxious. But let me tell you a funny story about Mr. Sessions, and I hope the God he's not listening. Down here, yeah, I know. Trump had a big rally down in Mobile, and then apparently had like 10,000 people showed up. It was at the very beginning.
I remember that one, yes.
Yeah, okay, so I was in the airport the next day flying out, and lo and behold, there's Senator Sessions, and I say, hey, Jeff, I know him, and he says, hey, Thomas, he says, what do you think about Donald Trump? And I said, that jackass, he's crazier than shit. And 2 months later, Sessions comes out for Mr. Trump, or for President-elect Trump.
Yeah, he was ahead of the curve of everybody. He jumped when everybody was bailing on him. He was one of the first ones to jump in and say, "No, I think he can do it."
Right.
He was the first one. A buddy of mine called me this morning and said, "Hey, Sessions is going to be AG. Maybe that'll work out for you." And I laughed. I said, "No, I'm the stupid, non-political motherfucker that laughed and said Trump was crazy as shit." I go, nobody will work with me.
He might not remember that. Are you planning on breaking the law? Why is it going to work out for you? He's Attorney General.
Am I going to break the law?
Why would your friend say this is going to work out for you, him being Attorney General?
He meant, hey, look, everything's political.
I got you.
Yeah, look, maybe the AG will throw some work your way or something like that, and you know how it all works.
I thought he was insinuating you were criminals.
Yeah. No, not all lawyers are criminals, and not all Southerners are toothless and shoeless.
That's true.
I'm wearing some, shoes right now.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
All my teeth.
All your teeth. You don't find your cousin attractive.
I have never fucked my cousin.
Never seen a UFO.
Well, I don't want to go that far.
Have you ever seen Elvis's face appear on the side of a refrigerator that's sitting on your back porch?
Nah, I'm not going to say Elvis.
Yeah.
No,
okay, Jesus,
no.
Elvis or Jesus?
Well, they're one and the same to me. Yeah, but UFOs. Hell, everybody sees UFOs at different times.
I haven't seen a UFO. I would love to see one too.
And you haven't had the right stuff.
Well, there you go. All right, fair enough. All right, Thomas, we gotta let you go. We're getting close to Blackberry Smoke.
Love the show. Thank you for letting me call in. Y'all take care.
All right, Thomas. All right, I got a question for Vic Henley. So you've been in New York 31 years?
Yep.
When you go back home, do they think you've lost your accent?
Yes. When I talk to them on the phone.
That's fucking weird.
And I can hear, it's still horrible. You cannot not hear this. And yet they stand up all the time, tell me that. If it's somebody I hadn't seen in a while, all my friends that I say all the time, they never say anything stupid. But if it's somebody I haven't seen in a long, long time, I run into them out running around with my mom or something, it's the first thing they say, like, dude, we can't even hear it anymore. It's gone.
Really?
It's gone.
No.
I'm going, you can't hear this? We don't know who you are. Okay, I know who you are. You just informed me a lot about yourself if you can't hear this accent.
Do they think you talk like a New Yorker?
I don't know. They just think it's gone. It hasn't
how
gone
weird
full
is
on.
that?
It hadn't gone full on like how you doing. It hadn't gone that route or anything. But they just think it's gone. They say it's gone. I don't even hear it.
See, but he didn't. Your accent is way more than the guy that was just.
That's
on the
what
phone.
I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I asked. Let's go to Sergio in Manhattan. Sergio.
Hey, fellas.
What's up?
Long time. You got to go, Jim, you got to go to 45th and 10th Avenue. The Mexican guys will take care of you. Just call them Poppy so you can get the good discount.
The tire place.
I've been to 45th and 10th for my car, Sergio.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's the place to go to get your tire. They'll do it immediately.
What is it?
Yeah, Mexicans are a little fruity, so you just got to call them Poppy so you get the good discount.
Why can't I call Money Cone?
45th and yeah, we've had problems over the years, and we take our cars to 45th and 10th.
Yeah, they'll take care of you, man.
Immediately too.
What's 45th? What is it? A garage?
The
They fix the flat tires.
yeah.
They'll do it in less than a half hour, probably.
Yeah, there
too.
it is, right there.
Yep.
But, yeah, I've been there. Holy fuck! There you go. I didn't know you listened to the show. That's kind of cool. All right, Sergio. Thank you.
I'm
buddy.
going there afterwards. 45th and 10th.
There you go, right there. Yeah.
Papi chulo.
Yeah, say Poppy a lot.
Say Poppy.
Yeah.
What what if I say Mama La Pinga?
What does that
Well,
mean?
you got to go in the back where they feel the air. You know, the tires in the back. Go
That
in
means
there,
suck my dick.
Wow. How do you know that in that
I used to date a
language?
Spanish chick. That's that's the
okay.
only words I knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I want you to learn a language. Okay, give me the dirty words.
Fine. Good.
Right.
Always
Give
a
me the
good
dirty
start.
Yeah, right. All right, brother. We got to go. Thank you, Sergio. Should we take a break now? We might as well. And then we come back, talk a little bit. Then we'll run down the hall and say hi to Blackberry Smoke, and they're going to do 2 or 3 songs for us.
And
today.
they're playing a Beacon tonight.
Yes.
Beacon
I'm
Theater in
going.
New York City.
The Henley's
I'm
definitely
going.
going.
I'm excited.
I'm still on the fence between going to see them and going fishing this weekend. I don't know.
If you
what
try to do both, you'll murder yourself.
I know.
And not in a good way.
Well, that's
you know
why I
what
was asking Florentine before the show. When will they come back around? I don't want to miss this opportunity.
We
'cause
can
I
ask
really
them.
like these guys.
Ask them. They should
Yeah,
know.
I certainly will.
Yeah.
Their new album's called Like an Arrow, and I'm telling you, it's really, really good.
It's great.
Really, really good.
I wonder what songs they're going to play today.
I think they might try Waiting for the Thunder, right?
Love that one.
And then
That's a
maybe
good one.
slow it down a little bit. Play one of the slower numbers.
They got a great. The Whippoorwill record is great. Ain't Much
that.
Left of Me is a
know
great
that
one
one.
about divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And then One Horse Town is
I
one of
know
my
that song.
Yeah, that's a
fucking
good one.
songs.
Yeah,
That's a
Amazing.
great
Too,
song.
sure.
I'm just starting to get into that because I played Like an Arrow like to death, and now I'm starting to play more stuff by them in their back catalog, whatever. And then I played on our show 2 days ago them doing Led Zeppelin's Rover.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good version.
Yeah, they would in the middle of a song. They would just go jam into the Rover.
Really?
I know they did. Did they did a studio version of it, a cover version?
Yeah, the one we played was a studio version.
Okay, because they would do
From
it in the middle of the
Records,
show.
or maybe that was just a YouTube channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I found it on YouTube when I was in kind of a rabbit hole, just listening to a lot
Somebody
of
sent
Blackberry
us somebody sent us a video of them doing an acoustic Petty cover.
Right.
I think also that was really cool. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah. So that's that.
Jeremy Tepper will forever know where they are, and he's always in
Is
the
Tepper
building.
here
He's
still?
somewhere in the building, I'm sure, somewhere.
I like that Tepper guy.
Yeah, he runs Outlaw Country, so I'm sure he's around.
We got to talk about Aaron Rodgers when we get back. Have you heard these stories?
Yes.
And do you think it's her?
Yes.
Thank you.
And that's why his play has gone
Thank
down
you.
too. Absolutely.
Thank you. We'll get into it. I never liked her. And I played nice every time she was in here because Jimmy liked her. And she's a bitch.
Well, Larry Wilmore, I know Larry, and Larry loves her. He thought she was great. He enjoyed working with her on the Daily Show. Never had anything but super nice things to say about her.
We're talking about Olivia Munn. She came in here with a massive attitude every time, and I'm like, well, you don't have to do our fucking show then. Mm-hmm. But Jimmy liked her, so I backed off and just dealt with it. But most of the people around the show, that version of the show, did not like her when she came through here.
Well, something weird's happening in Packerland. That's for damn sure.
Oh, we'll talk about it at the break.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing. Florentine, you're going up to the Catskills.
Yeah, but my special December 9th, The Simple Man's coming out. There's a new trailer up on my Facebook fan page, and also JimFlorentine.com, a second trailer for the special.
Come on, man.
Pre-order it now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to jump in for. If you like Florentine on this new show, come on, do the right thing and fucking pre-order his special from his website. All
Yeah,
right?
and it comes out on 9th and all digital download
It's only
and
a few
stream and all that
bucks.
shit. Yeah,
few
absolutely.
bucks. Let's do this.
It's a stocking stuffer. It's the perfect stocking stuffer.
Yeah, if you want a DVD version of it or a CD.
No, I'm saying you just pretend.
Yeah, I know.
You watch it on Netflix and then pretend you stuffed it in the stocking.
Right. And Vic Henley doesn't really have gigs.
I'm working in the city tomorrow night at the Comic Strip Live, and I'm always around Cellar, Gotham. If you're in town, check the club's websites. I'm working every night except Monday usually.
Right. Cool. The clip of your special. Wow. Professionally shot.
No, I
Really
use the same
nice.
people that use, that did all gym specials that still do gyms.
Oh,
and
really?
Louis
Those people
C.K.
are
and Bill.
great.
Yeah.
They're really nice, too.
Yeah, that looks great, Jim. Jesus.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's some real shit right
Where
there.
was this?
I did it at the George Street Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Sweet.
About 600 seat theater.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Looks
Please.
like the old Tonight Show curtain.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I was totally thinking that.
Go to jimflorentine.com and pre-order that.
Yeah, it'll be up on
Simple-
iTunes
a
and shit
simple
like
man.
that, but it's easier just go there and figure the shit out.
Also, the Opie Radio podcast on iTunes and Google Play with Tig Notaro and Joe DeRosa fighting with callers.
And I'm proud to say that my Larry video is finally done. I've been putting little snippets out here and there, but the full video is finally out, and I'm pretty proud of it.
I don't notice.
I just bother Larry around
You
here.
know Larry.
Huh?
Torments him.
He knows Larry.
I don't torment Larry. I bother Larry. So I'm proud of this video. Go to Opie Radio on
I'm going
YouTube.
to check it out.
Yeah, because every office has a Larry.
And I agree wholeheartedly with
All
that.
right, good. I love this one. So, all right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk a little bit, definitely about Aaron Rodgers and Olivia Munn, and then we're gonna go down the hall and listen to Blackberry Smoke. So, lots to do. Stay there.
New Metallica record out today. First one in 8 years.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I got it yesterday. It's really good. I only listened to it once. I mean, it's long. It's like 80 minutes.
That's what I heard. It's like a double album.
Yeah.
Huh? I gotta listen to it. I haven't heard any new Metallica. The one song they put out I don't know, about a month or two ago at this point.
The title track, Hardwired to
Yeah.
Self-Destruct. Yeah.
That was the only one I've heard so far.
Moth and the Flame is the second single they've been playing for a while. It's really good too.
I gotta get back into Metallica.
It's good.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. We got Blackberry Smoke. They're going to perform live for us in about 20 minutes. They're setting up right now and sound checking. And then after the show, a whole bunch of us are going to the Beacon Theater. They're performing live. And I think we still got that special, right, E-Rock, for our listeners? I believe.
Yeah, I think.
Where's
we
the
still
slug
have it
sheet?
there.
44% off using promo code SiriusXM at Ticketmaster.com if you want to see Blackberry Smoke if you're in the New York area at the Beacon Theater tonight. So that's going to be great. Vic Henley's definitely going.
Yes, I'm very excited.
They sound so good live too.
And I love the Beacon. It's just a perfect combo.
Yeah.
You know.
I love going there to see the Allman Brothers.
Oh,
I've done that many
Me
times
too.
over the years.
Oh yeah, me several.
And I got to sit on the stage once.
Ooh,
I've
seen those people up there. Yeah,
I was one of those people once. I felt special for a couple hours.
It's awesome. You know, I was up in the nosebleeds and it didn't even matter. I was way up at the top, but I was with Tom Rhodes, the comedian, and Rhodes was like, "Who do you think those fucking people are?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Nobodies. I'm here to say nobodies.
That's cool.
Steve
though.
Leeds, who's like a legend in the music business.
Sure.
He told me, "Hey man, you want to go see the Allman Brothers?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I thought we just had a seat, and next thing I know, where they're escorting us on stage to these. I think there's like 12 seats they put on the stage to the left side if you're looking at the stage.
Yeah.
And Greg Allman would just tap out. He would step away from his organ, and he would just stand right next to us while they're just jamming on stage for 20 minutes. And then he would casually walk
really?
out, back out, and go back on his organ.
That's fucking awesome.
But I wasn't paying attention to the show because I'm just looking I'm looking at Greg Allman going, holy fuck, that's Greg Allman. I'm missing half the show because he's standing like where Florentine is, like 10 feet away.
I would have the same
and he's
reaction.
bored as shit. I mean, not, you know.
It looks like he is.
Yeah, he's done this a million times. So, I mean, in his mind, it's like whatever. But, and then he goes out there and he just kills it. That was a few years ago now, I guess.
Speaking of Blackberry Smoke, he did a couple of tracks with him.
Yeah,
It's
right.
The last track. What's the name of the song again? That song is really good.
No,
too.
I know. I'm forgetting because I'm only in my second semester of Blackberry
I
Smoke.
need all
Community College.
the songs off like an arrow so I can turn people on. Maybe we'll end the show with that. Yeah, go to Free on the Wing.
That's it. Free on the Wing.
Free
yeah.
on the Wing, and you could just hear Greg Allman in that song. What a great song! You think they'll do that one for us? Maybe Greg Allman's here.
That would be the best. I've seen him 10 years ago. I passed him in the hallway here wandering by.
Did you get a picture, or did you
No.
get blown off too?
No, I didn't do anything. I just was amazed at how good he looked. You
Right.
know, I just go, wow, he looks like tan and fit, and just he looked great.
Yeah, I used to way back in the day at Rochester. I would go to all the shows and say, "Hey, I'm Opie from WCMF," and no one gave a shit, and you throw out shirts and stuff. But it was before Greg Allman, and the guys all don't touch, whatever you do out there, don't touch the microphone. And I, in a panic, because I was so nervous, grabbed the mic, and I'm just doing my stupid radio shtick. And then I walked back, and the guy said, I told you not to touch the mic.
Ron White, roadie.
Right? Yeah.
That guy. You know.
And I don't want to say that guy, but I was just a kid. I'm like, really? What just happened because I touched your microphone?
Something
I
bad.
was a nervous Nelly.
That's funny.
Aaron Rodgers has cut off family, skipped grandpa's funeral. A lot of shit going on here, boys.
Same grandpa he used to call before every game.
You knew that.
I read that little nugget of the story, I believe.
He used to call this grandpa before every game. Vic Henley's right. And his grandpa died, and he didn't go to the funeral. Also, he was supposed to be in some guy's wedding, one of his friends' wedding, as a groomsman. And the day before the wedding, he called and said, I'm not going to make it. And then also, I guess, Aaron Rodgers' parents sent Christmas gifts to Aaron and his girlfriend Olivia Munn, and the Christmas gifts were returned.
Well, maybe they were shitty.
Oh, there's plenty of times you want to return gifts.
Absolutely. Like I'm Aaron Rodgers. What am I going to do with this sweater? You got it at fucking Kohl's.
It's like a Rich Voss CD.
I believe they weren't even opened. I believe. Let me see this. In a newly released and eye-opening profile from Bleacher Report, it appears the Packers quarterback has cut off several prominent family members, not just his reality star brother. I didn't know his brother was in The Bachelorette.
Me either.
I had no idea until I read this article earlier today, and even skipped his grandfather's funeral. He didn't attend his grandfather's funeral, the same grandfather he once called before every game. He fired a business manager he's known since high school. That shit happens, right?
Yeah. And look, the grandfather's funeral could have been on a game day.
Sure.
You don't know. Or maybe
Okay.
it was on a Saturday. They were flying to San Francisco a day before a game, and he could have made. You don't know.
Right.
Right. So I would like to know details about both those things if we're going to be fair here. You're right, Jim Florentine. The family was told they were no longer welcome in Green Bay. That's bad.
Yeah, don't come to towns.
If Dad wants to attend a game now, he buys tickets on StubHub or goes through another player's family. What is that about?
If that's true. Woo.
What is that about?
Well, you know. You ever been mad enough to not talk to your family for like 2 years?
I don't talk to my mom, but whatever.
What about
but
you?
I'm not a star quarterback for the fucking Green Bay Packers.
So what's that doesn't have anything to do with
Actually, I
it?
talk to my mom these days. I got to update that. But I went a long time without talking to her.
You?
What?
Have you ever gone years without talking to your family?
No.
Yeah.
No, we all get along. But look, with the Rodgers thing, maybe his family was trying to get money from him over
Sure.
something. Maybe they're like, hey, we want to buy a vacation home in
Sure.
fucking the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Give us $5 million. He's like, no. Come on, we got and then he's like, fuck you. I'm not giving you money.
Sure.
You don't know, and that could be why he's like, and they keep bothering him or whatever. Who knows?
To his dad?
Maybe. You don't know.
People get shitty and want things for free. You're absolutely right.
I would like to know the other side of this because this is pretty one-sided. So
It is.
There
It
could
seems
be
like
some things going on.
It almost seems like that. Somebody's leaking it because he's not playing that well, and they want to blame it on his girlfriend and all this other drama going on in his life. And I don't. It seems fishy. This story.
That's known as the Jessica Simpson, I think. Isn't that who it was with Tony Romo?
Yeah.
Right. According to the website Source, the face of the Packers franchise hasn't spoken to his parents since 2014 and refused Christmas presents gifted to him and girlfriend Olivia Munn. They were allegedly mailed back to his mom and dad 2 months later. They waited 2 months to mail them back. Rumors have circulated that Munn is to blame for the Rodgers rift. Insiders told Us Weekly, earlier this year that the newsroom actress has a strong personality, and every meeting she has had with them has gone badly. So there you go. It might be that they just don't get along with her.
Yeah, it could easily be. Look, you have that friend. Once he gets a girlfriend, you don't see him for a while until they break up.
Sure.
So that could easily be that.
Yeah.
Where she's like, those people are beneath me. I don't want to hang out with them. I'm not spending Thanksgiving wherever they live. I'm not going to, Overland Park, Kansas for Thanksgiving when I live in Hollywood. You know what I mean? It could easily be something like that. Like, why you hanging? They're white trash. All they want is money from you.
Sure. I'm with
So
you. Yeah,
that
sure.
could easily be going on, and they're like, "Dude, come on,
Yeah, I think the family doesn't like Olivia Munn. That's my guess.
Yeah, I have a feeling
and that caused some problems that have obviously escalated. That I'm just taking a stab in the dark at this one.
But his players skipped I mean, it slipped badly.
Really?
Aaron Rodgers, yeah. I mean, he was, in the last, like, maybe 18, 19 games, he's just a mediocre quarterback. No one knows what the hell's going on. It doesn't look like he's injured or anything.
You think the whispers are getting louder?
About what?
You think I'm not going to say, they're getting a little louder and he's a little distracted out there?
Well, I mean, look,
there's been rumors.
Let's
just put it that way. There's been some rumors.
But even if you're into that, I don't know how that makes you a bad quarterback. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and that's a town that has way too much free time to overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
In other cities and other franchises, you might get away with a little something, but there's nothing to do there except 24/7 talk about the Packers.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Would it make him? That was the whole thing.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't, I don't think it's fair to bring this up. I guess.
Look, I don't see him
about it because I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't see him when he takes a snap.
But if he's not ready to talk about things, let's just say that could be freaking him out inside. That maybe others are trying to push an agenda and he's not ready.
Yeah. True. I watched the Packer game last week. I didn't notice him not pulling away from the center when the ball was snapped. That's all I'm saying.
So this will prove it. I'll barely be under center.
Yeah. It's 3rd and 25. Why are you under center? You should be in the shotgun.
I'm never throwing to the tight receiver again.
Oh, right.
I don't know shit. But there's been rumors, whatever. He was set to be the groomsman in the wedding of one of his closest friends, the source said, and texted the day before saying he couldn't attend, so that happened. So that's one side of the story. I would love to know what he's saying, because it could be some of these things. It could be like the family's become a pain in the ass now that he's a big, huge star. Who knows?
Has he ever hosted like SNL or something? I don't. He does the State Farm commercials, but that's about it. He's usually, I don't know him to be, out there trying to do a whole lot, really, other than the State Farm. But
I have a feeling it has something to do with
money, right?
No, the family doesn't. No, the family doesn't get along with her, or vice versa.
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
of that.
I would bet money that's what it is. Especially because it's 2 years. He probably finally said, "Well, if you're not willing to accept her, then you're not going to hear from me anymore."
I know. I hate those.
Oh God, families have dealt with that shit.
Yeah, forever. Yeah, those are legendary.
Right, because figure he was always home for Thanksgiving or something, with the family, and make sure he'd be back there if he wasn't playing. That day, and then all of a sudden, she's out in Hollywood. He's like, "No, I want you to spend Thanksgiving out here with my friends." And he's like, "All right, I got to do this." And his family's like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
No, we always had the friend. Every now and then, somebody in the group would go try to have a talk with the friend, and that never fucking worked ever.
What, to convince him that the girl's
not
right?
bad? Yeah,
we've all done that.
It never worked one time ever. I don't know one person ever where the guy went, "You're absolutely right. I'm dropping this bitch right now."
I've been on both sides of that.
I wish. See, I want people to tell me. Like, you hear it afterwards. Like, why didn't you tell me this? I want it. I'm not going to be mad at you. Like, why are you saying that?
Right.
I'm like, really? I'll listen to your side.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. When I finally, when I finally broke up with my ex, or vice versa, or whatever the fuck. Maybe she officially broke up with me before I broke up with her, or whatever. Then everyone came out of the woodwork. I'm like, oh really? Maybe you should have told me that years ago before I wasted 8 fucking years.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me. Right?
We told a dude in Auburn he was going to do the thing and get married at a really young age, like our senior year. He was going to graduate and then get married at like 22 or something. And the girlfriend was a skanky girl, and everybody knew that you just had a really skanky reputation. And so 2 or 3 guys told him, and he got mad at all of them, wouldn't talk to any of them anymore. Went ahead and married her, got a divorce like 8 months later.
8 months?
Yeah, because he called her cheating on him or something. And then
Jesus.
And he came back around to everybody, and he's like, "Man, I should have listened to you guys." And we're like, "Yeah, we fucking told you. We didn't make it up."
Well, we fucking tried.
I used to go to this therapist, and he met a couple of my exes. And after everything went down, I went back to him. He goes, I could have told you as soon as I met her, because I would bring him in.
Yeah.
He goes, this wasn't going to work.
So how about you tell me after she's gone at our next session?
Right.
So I told him, I go, "All right, this is the next time I get a girlfriend, I'm going to be really serious with her. I'm going to bring her in, And then when we leave the room, you send me a text, and if you think it's not going to work out, I'll break up with her in the elevator on the way down to your fucking office. She's out. I'll break before we even hit the street. She's gone.
You have a lot of confidence in this.
I do. I said, send me a text as soon as we get out of the room. Yes or no.
The executioner.
And if it's no, right in the fucking elevator. Goodbye. and then I'll set up my Tinder account again.
Right. That's beautiful.
E-Rock, can we hear them sound checking still, or is it too late?
Let me just check, see if they're... Oh, yeah, they're still playing.
Yeah, throw that up for a second, for like 10 seconds.
Give me 1 second.
Blackberry Smoke is doing a sound check. We're going to go into another studio in like 10 minutes.
All right, hopefully you hear this.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, wow. We lucky today. Wow, that's nice. That sounds great. All right, fade it out. They probably don't want their air check on the air. I mean, a little taste is fine.
That's great.
If you do the whole thing.
So you got about 5 minutes, and then we'll take a break, and then you guys.
That's off the new album.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the name of that track is.
Awesomeness.
You like that? You like that sound?
I was listening to their air check for the last 20 minutes, and there's some songs that I don't know. And I'm like, this shit is amazing.
It's so full of sound too. You know what I mean? They got all this stuff going on. It's just, it's great, man.
When I first listened to the album's called Like an Arrow, the latest one, I felt like they were old songs that I knew.
Right.
I'm like, how do I know
It's
this
got
song?
that
Oh, that's
feel
right.
to
It's a
it.
brand new song. I wouldn't know this at all.
One of the songs they played, and Roll and I were just in here. We start going, "Take it easy."
Oh, yeah.
It does sound like a lot of other things, but it's very good.
I hear Skinner in their music. Hear the Almonds. I hear Little Eagles.
Pepper said the Georgia
38
Satellites.
Special.
He mentioned the Satellites.
Georgia Satellites.
Yeah.
But they got their own thing going on.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
But they got a little taste of a whole bunch of things in there. So
I'm very excited. I hadn't been to a show in forever. It's been too long. I was trying to remember the last concert I've been to, and I used to go all the time, and I've just been slack lately.
Yeah, I don't go to as many shows.
Right.
My ears can't fucking take it, unfortunately.
Mine can. I'm fine.
I got to plug up my ear. Don't
you
make
really?
fun of that one. You can't make fun of that one. I've been doing this fucking thing since 18 years old. My ears are shot. I'm just praying, like
he's grinning.
My mother-in-law will pull me aside and give me ear exams.
Oh wow!
And then go, oh, thank God you're not deaf. I'm like, yeah, well, all right.
Is she an audiologist or just?
It's part of her thing.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to say, all right.
Yeah, she takes care of speech and all that type of stuff.
I was just going to say it would be weird if your mother-in-law was just randomly checking your ears.
I wanted to tell her I just like tuning people out. I'm sorry, not you.
Yeah, right.
Not you specifically,
not you,
but I really do.
Never your daughter.
I enjoy tuning people out. I'm sorry.
I know. I've seen it happen.
That's how I am.
No, I started wearing them about a year and a half ago, earplugs. I never did before.
I wish they came up with one that didn't muffle it as much.
I think there's some company that does them like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what I'll do is, like, then I'll sacrifice my ears for really good songs. I'll just say, fuck it, and pull it out. And then others, I'm just, like pulling it out a little bit so I can hear it a little more.
Yeah.
I have to at this point, though, man. The ringing, and it's bad. It's fucking bad after these shows. So
yeah, it's a weird. It definitely does. It's almost like wearing a condom when you never wore one before. You know what I mean? Like you were fucking without one for years, and now you got to start wearing one. That's how the earplugs feel. It's like shit.
Yeah, no,
it's
I got you.
It's just not the same sensation.
Yeah, that's weird.
Did you go to Metallica at Apollo?
Yeah.
Holy! It was the loudest. How loud was that fucking?
It was loud.
They just brought their regular like they were playing Madison Square Garden for the Apollo.
For the Apollo.
It was so loud. I hope you back me up. I don't know if you're going to play it cool or whatever, but
what do you mean? I don't play it cool.
Right,
I just tell you what.
All right, let me say what I'm going to say.
If I like the fucking pumpkin ale, I'll tell you.
All right.
I got a 6-pound Yorkie that sleeps in my bed, so I'll throw it out there.
Sure, right.
Yeah, that wasn't fair to say, but I'll say this: it was. I was almost frightened by how loud it was. I had full earplugs in, and I could feel my bones vibrating. And then it was Anthony. He goes, dude, because he was all plugged up too. He kind of hits me and goes, you got to pull one out for just a second. And I pulled it out. And it was just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
There was stuff coming off the rafters from the vibrations. And then getting back to my point, and then there was a couple songs. I think it was Wherever I May Roam and Sad But True. I love those songs off the Black Album. I'm like, fuck it, and just pulled them out for the specific songs just to fully enjoy it. But it was loud.
It
right?
was unbelievably loud. Yeah, and I saw AC/DC at the Garden a few months ago, and it was unbelievably loud too. I had to keep earplugs, and when I took them out, I'm like, holy shit.
Was that the Axl show?
Yeah.
How was that?
Phenomenal.
Axl on time, looking good. It all worked out.
He's comeback player of the year.
Sweet.
Between Guns N' Roses and AC/DC.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable.
He has no problems.
That's great.
Nope.
Yeah, he figured out some stuff.
Good for Axl.
Absolutely.
A happy
right
Axl.
on time. Happy Axl up there singing, dancing, phenomenal, hitting every note.
Are we ready to go down the hall, Eric? We're sort of stalling.
I think we're ready. Yeah.
So why don't we play Waiting for the Thunder instead
because we don't. You're going to lose. They only have half an hour, so we're going to take a quick break. Join you over there, and
yeah, but
you
waiting for
have
that's what I'm saying. Waiting for the Thunder is 3 or 4 minutes. By the time the song ends, we'll be in the other studio instead of a break.
You sure you want to do it that way?
Yeah, let's do that because they'll appreciate promotion for their new album.
All right, you give me a minute then.
All right, Blackberry Smoke. We're gonna.
Well,
play...
they're not going to do that one, are they?
Oh yeah.
Because we don't want to play.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Right.
Yeah, we don't want to
Let's
play
just
this.
take a quick break. We'll do a single here. You guys run down. We'll do a single after they're done.
All right, sounds good. When we come back, we're gonna have Blackberry Smoke performing live for us, and we couldn't be more excited. Stay there. Oh, there you go, a little Metallica. We had to come back to the main studio, so E-Rock threw on that song. Memories Still the Same. That's a good song, Eric.
Off Reload, which came out on this day in 1997.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It came out? Okay, because they did the double album, but they split them, Load and Reload.
That's what, 19 years ago already?
Wow.
Come on, is that possible? That's crazy.
Old.
How do they sound, Eric?
They sounded great.
Do you like them?
Yeah, they got a fan now.
And one of the guys, he said, "Hey man, I just found your show 2 weeks ago. I love it." Brandon, right?
Brandon, yeah.
He's like, I was texting my wife, going, "Holy fuck, I'm going to be on their show." That's kind of cool.
I was having hillbilly bonding moments with the lead singer there. He's from Lynette, Alabama.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You guys went off into the corner and were looking for some Zimas.
That's called the Valley. Yeah, we were looking for some Zimas in the corner.
How funny is that? They're from Georgia, like making Atlanta around that area. But how funny, like they've never even heard of grapefruit beer. Like,
Right.
is that a thing?
Yeah.
And they weren't even like busting
No,
balls.
they were genuinely.
Yeah, like, really?
Right, exactly.
We're going to get along just fine with those guys. They play their biggest song off Like an Arrow, Waiting for the Thunder, and then what? They gave us a third of the song. That song was great.
That song's I know.
But then they fucking just ended it like that. That's hilarious.
Well, they figured it probably like, all right, we'll put 3 songs out there. We don't want to really put a 4th.
Yeah,
one
no,
out
I
there.
understand.
But no, I know.
I understand.
That was like one they should because they'll probably like open with that one tonight.
Yeah.
That's such a good song to open with.
It's the first song off their record, Like an Arrow.
Yeah,
for the
they'll probably come out and do that one first.
Dr. Steve wrote me. He goes, "What the fuck was that song they were playing at the end that they just cut short?" Well, that's the big one off the album.
Yeah,
but the songs they played for us were great too, man. I like the funky one. Was really cool.
Yeah.
Reminded me a little bit of Shakedown Street by the Grateful Dead, a little bit.
I was hearing a little Spanish Moon.
Oh wow!
Feet
Yeah,
there, I
okay.
think, a little
Right
bit.
on.
Yeah. But it was. I'm very happy. It's been 2 months since I've seen the show.
You're going tonight?
Yeah, I'm going tonight.
Sunrise in Texas, another great one off the record.
I'm going to go home and queue up and get ready.
There's not a bad song off the record.
No.
I haven't liked the whole album in a long fucking time.
I could hear and he didn't even have Greg Allman joining him on that one.
Right.
And I can't, that must be, I've only heard that one like twice. That's got to be a fabulous track.
Yeah, Free on the Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. We're losing you, Florentine. You got to get out of here.
He's got to get on the donut.
Are you going down to 45th and 10th?
Yeah.
Are you really?
On my GPS. I got it. They said they could fix a flat in 10 minutes.
Yes, they can.
They absolutely can. Kenny has gone there a few times with our flat tires. It's so funny. They listen to the show, too. Because the guy called us. That's so weird.
Wait, was he from the place? I thought he was just a fan saying go there.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe.
I was not sure either. Yeah, I was not sure either what he was saying. But he said, don't forget to say Poppy a lot.
Yeah.
But he sounds like he's someone that wants to hear Poppy.
Yeah, I thought he was there.
That's what I thought, too. But I don't know.
Well, I got a hole in the tire, so it's like a big hole. So it's not. I'm going to need another tire from them.
Oh boy!
So it's not one they can plug, but they'll have something. Just throw something. I don't know.
Just throw something.
Yeah, whatever. Just fucking
Trust the
tighten the
Mexicans,
lug
like you
nuts,
said.
and then the tire's not going to come off.
Just throw something on there.
Yeah, I got to get to my
God, I
gig.
love Florentine. just throw something
I
on
ain't got
there.
time. Where's the gig in the Catskills?
I don't know.
I hope
It's
they
in
give you a
fucking
tire
cabin
with an
somewhere.
obnoxious rim. Just one.
Oh yeah,
Just one up fucking. But you would love that. You wouldn't give a fuck.
No.
Calls from the car. I want to see how this tire joint is.
All right, yeah, I will.
I'm serious. Calls from the car. Are you really leaving like right now?
Yeah, I got to go because I got to get up there. It's 2 hours from here, and I got to go get this.
Well, thanks for coming in. I knew it was going to be tight, but I also knew you would like to see those
Oh, it was
guys.
great, man.
They were happy to see you too. They were
Yeah.
That's cool.
I hang with them whenever I can. They played down at the Stone Pony outdoor stage. They opened for Government Mule over the summer.
Oh, wow.
So I went down there and hung with them.
Those guys,
Stuff.
they're going to be huge off this record, don't you think? There's so many catchy songs.
I know. If it could just, I don't know, if the music business was where it was 15, 20 years ago, these guys would be huge.
Oh, God, forget about it.
They're starting to get big over in England, over in Europe.
Yeah,
they really started catching on over there.
I was talking to Brandon about that right after they finished because I told them how I got turned on to the record company too, and they're like, "Dude, we did a tour with those guys. They're so fucking cool. We'd love to do a tour with them in the States."
You know, it's weird because they don't know what format this band can be played on because I do a lot of country radio on the road.
They're playing on Outlaw Country here,
Right,
which
an
is
outlaw
perfect.
country, but when I'm in a town where they just do terrestrial radio, the country station go on to promote the shows. I'm like, you guys play Blackberry Smoke? They're like, it's a little too heavy.
See, they're scared of it.
That's why I hate
They're
radio.
goddamn scared of it. I know. That's exactly.
That's why I hate
Yeah.
radio, and I know I'm in it. It drives me nuts. This shit.
Country music.
Stop overthinking
Country
things.
radio is very. That's why Outlaw Country rules because country radio is really just shit.
What
It's
are
just
they,
you know.
These are rock stations saying this?
No, they're country stations that say, nah, we can't because
What
the
about
rock
some of the slower ones?
I
don't
know.
care.
They go, that's a little too heavy.
Sunrise in Texas?
I know.
They'll play Zach Brown, but they won't play that.
And Zach, they were on Zach's label,
right.
the last record, and I saw them open for Zach at the Meadowlands and the Garden and stuff. So, it's weird. Every time I ask when I do go, you guys play Back to Smoke? Oh, it's a little too heavy. I gotta kind of stay away from that.
You spineless.
I don't hear.
That's why
heavy in
Johnny
that.
Cash took out the ad and flipped off country radio.
Right.
That's
I mean, Waiting
exactly
for the
why.
Thunder's a bit
Stupid
heavy,
decision.
but that's such a catchy song. Oh man, so all right, because rock radio's not playing them probably.
No, classic rock's not playing them, even though they sound like they classic rock. They're not playing them.
Right.
A station like Octane, even here at Sirius, they're not going to play them.
Right.
So they're in a weird area. But if they like Q104 in New York, the local classic rock, if they put them in the mix, the fucking people go crazy.
They'd
over
love
them.
it. They'd love it.
love
I
them.
agree. Yeah.
They overthink everything.
True. True is what I was trying to say right there.
Whatever.
He's got to go. He's got to get.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to run him out.
I was talking. Whatever.
What?
Nothing. I might be back over there on regular radio.
Oh. You're getting tired.
Oh, so you can't say
I was having a whatever. I was having a conversation, but that was the type of shit I was talking about. It's just like, fuck, throw the rules out the window, man. It's time. Don't overthink this shit. Right?
I agree.
Especially now with all the competition. Now you got to take chances. Don't get more conservative.
Right.
Now, because there's at least two companies that are trimming everything down because they're trying to sell them. So they're not going to take any chances whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they wondered why that whole world just dried up.
They don't care at this point. They want to.
It's unbelievable.
Get whatever they can for it and move on.
Right. I mean, the signs were there for years. It was like, wake the fuck up. You got to open up your playlist. You got to let your DJs talk. Find talented DJs. As much as I beat the shit out of them, there are plenty that know what they're doing, and then and have a go at it. Whatever. It's because I'm in this business. I've been in this business my whole life, and I see the mistakes all the time.
I like seeing the disgust on your face.
It's ridiculous.
It's mind-boggling because I always go to if you're in a bar and the jukebox is playing, and Sweet Home Alabama is played, followed by Metallica, followed by Zach Brown.
Yeah.
Nobody
difference.
leaves.
None.
Nobody leaves.
Right.
Everyone's like, "Oh, cool." Nobody's pissed off.
No, excuse me. Can I talk to the owner? They've changed formats.
No.
More
Like, all
Southern
right,
rock.
cool. I like. Oh, fuck, Metallica after Skinner, yeah. And then they play Zach. All right, I like this one. You know, it doesn't matter.
But that's what they do in Europe, as you know. You know more than anyone. These like rock festivals and stuff. They throw them all together, and the kids love them.
I told you Stapleton was opening for Guns N' Roses on the Nashville show.
Yeah.
That guy's great. He's really good. Yeah.
Well, what are some of the like mixes in Europe on these metal shows?
Journey was on the same day that Slipknot headlined.
Yeah, there you go.
And the whole 80,000 people over at Download in England were going crazy. Journey went on at like 4:30 in the afternoon at 5 o'clock. Place was going ballistic. And then Slipknot was on 3 hours later.
It's fabulous.
And we're ready for that here in the States.
It doesn't matter.
We're
yeah,
so
exactly.
ready.
I know the Journey songs. I'm not going to be pissed like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
These radio programmers, they're ignoring the fact that everyone's making their own fucking playlists on their phones. Like, wake the fuck up.
Well, that's why Bonnaroo works a lot too, because it's just a hodgepodge of everything. There's really, it's just. They had comedy there, and I was lucky enough to play there twice, and it was just a joy to walk around to all the various shows. Elvis Costello's over here. 2 hours later, over here's the Gorge. You know?
Yeah,
so,
it's weird because Metallica's done a couple of their own festivals. Orion Fest they did one in Atlantic City, and they did one in Detroit. I think it was the other one, and they had a big mixture on there, and the metalheads didn't go for it in America.
Like
no, they didn't like it at all.
Huh.
They had a comedy tent that I did comedy at, but they just had I forget, Eric Church was on.
Yeah.
He headlined one, like he was on a big stage earlier in the day and shit like that. And the metalhead's like, "What is this shit?"
No,
like,
that guy's good.
He's great.
Yeah,
he's great. But so then there was all these different. There was a punk band and there was this Cage the Elephant and shit like that. So and there's like these old metalheads like, "This fucking sucks." Like, who cares, dude?
All right.
You know what I mean? You were at the mall with your fucking chick for 3 hours the day before. So you were standing there trying shit on. Did you like that?
All right, so
you can't sit through 30 minutes of Cage the Elephant. Maybe you might like a song.
So I guess everything I just said is it's not going to happen here in the States, like Europe.
No, they're just not like Europe's. You know, they still like they don't follow trends like they do in America with the music.
Yeah,
if they like it, they're not worried that. I saw Limp Bizkit at that same Download festival like the next day. I mean, destroy in front of 80,000 people, and this was maybe 6 years ago, so it wasn't like in their heyday.
Yeah.
Now Limp Bizkit, you know, they can't do a club in the States more than 500 people.
Unbelievable.
You know, but up there and they destroyed for 45 minutes.
It's so weird how that just plays out. Really strange. All right, we got to get Florentine out of here. Phones are lit. Everyone enjoyed the performance. That's very cool. Damn it, Opie, you've got me hooked. I told Opie how good they are live. Florentine got me hooked on this group with his podcast. I'd like to tell you about a similar group that I love. All right, we'll go to the phones in a sec after we say goodbye to Mr. Florentine. So where are you going to be, buddy?
Well, December 9th, my new comedy special, A Simple Man, comes out. Go to my website, jimflorentine.com. There's 2 trailers up there for the special, and you can pre-order it now. Digital download, all that shit, streaming.
All right. I don't think I'll see it till after the holiday, so happy Thanksgiving.
I don't know if you guys know what's going on. If you're not with family, but you're just with a bunch of friends get together, they call it Friendsgiving.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw a banner with that written on it. I wonder what that meant.
Friendsgiving.
Why don't they still just call it Thanksgiving?
Because people don't want to be with their families anymore, so they just go out with their friends and do it themselves.
Oh, that's so sad.
What's sad? That they don't want to hang out with their family, or the word Friendsgiving?
I still like most of my family.
A lot of it's very popular more so now because of the election. A lot of these kids don't want to deal with their parents and talk politics and all that stuff, so they're just avoiding it altogether and going and doing their own thing.
But that's the time you get together with your family. The rest of the year, you're really not with them. It's usually Thanksgiving
and Christmas.
And Christmas, everyone comes together for a little bit. But the Trump shit's going to be obnoxious this year. Whether you are for Trump or against him, Thanksgiving is going to be obnoxious.
It's tearing families apart.
It's going to be fucking obnoxious. Oh, this fucking guy. You want Jerry Cooney today?
Oh, God.
Just turn the lights off. He'll think we're not here.
Oh, God, damn.
He walked by and threw his hands at us like, you guys, really?
Oh, did he?
I'm going to
pull the curtains.
Then we don't need him. We don't. If he's disgusted by us.
I think me and Vic could bring this boat in. I think we could bring this back to the dock, no problem. What were we saying there? Oh, yeah. So Friendsgiving. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I did not know that. That's but the Trump stuff's going to be just ridiculous.
I've already been. I was instructed. Someone told me that where I'm going to be, like if it's the shit starts, this guy just said, "I'm just leaving, and I'm counting on you to go with me."
Oh, really?
And I'm like, "Do we do a strong?" He goes, "No, we're not going to make a big deal out about it. We'll just vanish.
Right.
They'll do the old Irish exit. They'll just be looking around, and all of a sudden we'll be gone." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm with you."
Yeah.
I go, "Do you really think something's going to happen?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm just making sure." I'm like, "All right."
That's
fine.
when I have selective hearing, by the way.
Sure.
When
Great.
the Trump stuff comes up, I just like I zone out. I can't do it. I just can't do it. There's too many people that really, really believe in this guy.
I've never been that passionate. I said throughout this whole process, I've never been that passionate about
I'm not a
anything in my
one-guy
entire
guy.
life.
I don't believe. I don't believe that one guy could change the country that much and make your life that much better. I just have never believed that.
Let it play out. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He might hire the right people around. He might be an amazing president. For some, you never know if he pulls. That guy is so motivated to, in everything he does to be the best and destroy everything in his path. You never know. He might just hire the right people to make the right decisions at the right time.
Know what would get my attention for real? If Trump made an announcement he's going to do some massive construction project.
He's got a big infrastructure plan.
No, like the old days, like some Hoover Dam shit.
That's what I mean. He's got. I thought he had some sort of that,
or the Golden Gate Bridge, or another
Tennessee Valley Authority,
another tunnel to get us in and out of this crowded city of ours, or one of those bullet trains. You know what I mean? Some huge over-the-top construction project, and then that would bring a lot of people together. Like, damn.
Just give him the 100 days. That's whoever it is, whatever's been in office. The standard report card is they wait 100 days, and then they've done every single president since the dawn of presidents that they give them the 100 days, and then they talk about it. So we just got to sit tight, like you said, sit tight and just wait.
But I would love to see one of those where there's a huge announcement. We're finally going to do.
We're going to fix every bridge in America.
Or not even that. Just some amazing over-the-top project.
What's left?
Of course, our
What's
bridges
left?
need to be. I think the bullet trains. I think like getting the trains that just go 300 miles an hour, whatever it is,
something like that.
I think they're up to 300 miles an hour, cutting the time between Washington, New York, and I think they've talked about one from San Francisco to L.A. for forever, and I think they would like to connect Texas in that way as well. Some of the cities.
All right,
something like that.
We'll see.
Or maybe another big dam.
Maybe it could be the wall. Maybe the wall. How about that?
Well, we got a wall. We got a wall down there. It's not as bad, believe it or not, as people think. It's bad, but it's not like
the fence.
Yeah, part of it's going to be a fence.
Do we have water somewhere that we need to hold back?
I don't know. Oh, you mean a dam? You're thinking of a dam somewhere? No, I think everything's all dammed up pretty much.
Sure.
We're through with the dams and the.
When you want to see a big project, Vic,
if it's a good idea, not just for the sake of having a big project.
Turn the Hoover Dam into an IMAX screen.
If it makes sense.
Oh, wow. All right. How cool would that be?
That would be awesome.
Why not?
IMAX and a laser light show right there at the dam.
Of course.
Imagine seats that are literally just stacked all the way up.
Built into the mountain.
Oh, my God. See, something like that. Then I'm like, all right, I'm in. No, they've had a whole bunch of these projects just laying around forever, but they just think it costs too much. So, all right, Florentine, let's get you out of here.
You kept him here 20 more minutes.
I know.
That's right, whatever.
Hopefully you get your tire fixed. If you can, call us.
I will, yeah.
All right. And I didn't know about this Friendsgiving thing. I had no idea. I think that's kind of sad, actually.
I think it originally started before the election, if I'm not mistaken. It just started like, people in New York that can't make it out to San Diego where their family is, so they just hang and they call Friendsgiving.
Yeah, that was the original concept.
That was the original
I
concept.
understand
I got that one. I've done that one.
No, I understand that, but it sounds like it's getting bigger where people are actually making excuses why they can't go to Long Island from Manhattan and they're hanging out with their friends instead.
That's exactly what it is. They just don't want to deal with their families because of the election, for the most part, at least stuff that I've seen on Facebook. And they're just going to go out and cook and drink with their friends rather than having to deal with their family and actually have a discussion about anything.
But why would you blow off the opportunity to be shit talking in the car on the way home?
Yeah, that's always fun. I always love that one. That's very fun. Yeah, I perked right up for that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Well, there's nothing better than some good old family shit talking on the car.
and
That's
if you got a long ride home, man,
See
that's
how ugly that kid is?
right.
all that
all
shit.
of it.
All
Ever the
that
horrible
shit.
food, the bad ideas, especially at Christmas, the shitty gift talking
Yeah.
is always really, really
Oh,
fun.
and I'll acknowledge they're talking shit about me as well in their cars on the way home. I'm
I
not
gave this to
stupid.
him last year.
My niece reminded me a few months ago that my brother was taking the big family picture one year, and my middle brother has been married 4 times. And so my brother was taking the picture. My older brother says to wife number 2, he was like, you need to get out of the middle and move down there on the end because when y'all get a divorce, we'll be able to cut you right off the picture. He said that. While we were taking the fucking family picture, he said it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I forgot it happened to my niece. Her dad she goes, do you remember when Dad said that to which one that was?
Oh, that's ballsy.
That's Terry, man. He's ballsy.
That's my move with fans. When it's a couple that want a picture, I go, you should get your individual just in case this doesn't work out. That's my move all the time.
You just stand in the middle.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
like my friend, this comedian friend of mine, he was getting married for the 4th time. He's like, dude, I wanted to come to my wedding. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to skip this one. I'll come to the 5th. That was my text back to him.
Yeah.
I go, okay. And then he never even got married. The shit broke up.
It's Ron White's joke. He says, I had a bet with my cousins on who was going to get married first. He goes, I came in 3rd, 5th, and 7th.
That's really
That's a damn good joke.
That's a very good joke. Chuck wants to check in. We got a lot of phone calls, so.
All right, let me run before Chuck gets on. I love Chuck, but I got to.
All right.
Yeah.
Go.
A big thanks to Florentine for first.
Yes, thanks for Blackberry Smoke, Jim Florentine.
Yeah, turning me on to Blackberry Smoke, and then I turned Vic on to that. I guess that's how it works. And coming in today for the performance. God, I can't wait to listen to that.
I know.
Did it sound good on the radio?
Yeah, it sounded great here.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. That dude's got a great voice, man.
Yeah, and I think we got some videos we'll put up on the YouTube channel, Opie Radio, later. All right, Florentine, we're babbling. Get out of here. Because it's always weird to usually we take a break so someone can leave. But
no, it's not weird.
Right,
it's just like leaving a one-night stand. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. I've been doing it ever since, even with the beepers. Oh, my manager, I got an audition. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
I told him not early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I just leave.
And that's what you're doing right now. He's doing it. All right, let's go to the phones. They are lit. Chuck, what's going on, buddy?
Same old shit, Opie. You already said what I was going to say. They're good live, ain't they?
They're amazing. I have never seen them live. I mean,
I'm very excited about tonight.
We got to see a radio station performance, which is slightly different, but yeah. I mean, I've heard a bunch of their songs live on online, but man, I like them, Chuck.
I've seen them in a big place, like a casino out in Cherokee. Then I've seen them in a place that's like 300, 400 people. They're a really good band. I had never heard any of those songs out there. I had to listen to it on my damn phone. I couldn't hear it that good, but I like that funky one you was talking about, especially.
Yeah, Believe You Me. I believe. That was
good, man. That was good.
Believe You Me. Yeah. So
I wish I was up there. I'd like to see that in the Beacon. I always wanted to go there.
You should go on the Outlaw Country Cruise, Chuck. They're gonna play on that.
Really?
Again. They played on it once already, and they're gonna play on it again.
You should do some comedy.
I'm gonna try to work. Tepper approached me about it. We were trying to get that weaseled in somehow, but that'd be really fun.
Oh, you got to do that.
My wife loves them fucking cruises, man. I gained too much fucking weight.
There it is.
All you do is eat and drink.
Yeah, the Outlaw Country Cruise is
the second voyage.
Yeah,
2017.
They're gonna be in my hometown in February the 3rd, I think.
Yeah,
coming back.
I hope they really catch on. I'm surprised they haven't caught on more than they have at this point because they're just I don't know. I can't stop talking about them.
Country stations on the regular radio ain't gonna hardly play them. They're kind of in between because then they're a combination of everything I grew up listening to.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
you hear a little of everything in their music.
Yeah, echoes of good stuff all through it.
Right, Chuck. How's your Thanksgiving shaping up? You got your.
We're gonna have a big crowd over at the house and deep fry some turkeys and ham, and I shot a big deer last week. We're gonna cook it and we're gonna have a big time.
And you're gonna be all right with the lesbian daughter? Is that gonna be a problem?
Yeah, hell yeah, she's coming. Gonna bring her down better half, whatever you call it.
Whatever you call it.
If she starts scratching her fucking nuts, I'll bust out laughing again.
Is there going to be a lot of is there going to be a lot of Trump talk in your house for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I think, you were talking about that a minute ago about families. I think I'm just going to say, put a sign on the door. We're not going to talk fucking politics, because you get a bunch of fucking rednecks, and then you get some fucking women that was from Hillary, and you're going to have a problem, and get a bunch of white liquor and smoking pot, and everybody's fucked. There could be some trouble.
How many turkeys are you going to fry?
We're just going to have a sign on the door that says, no fucking politics. Have a good time, but we're not going to talk about politics.
Yeah, let's see how that works.
How many people, Chuck?
And we probably have 100.
Shit.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got a big place, and it's supposed to turn cold, but we got plenty of room. We'll have a gang of people, damn 10 people, and people around the country, and their kids, and all that shit. We'll have a big time.
Do you fry the turkey in the peanut oil?
I have people do it. I get too fucked up to cook, man.
I get too fucked up. That's smart.
I've never enjoyed the deep
Oh, it's
fried.
good, man. Yeah, it's good.
I guess I just haven't had it properly.
Good.
I'm a smoked turkey fan, though.
Have you ever burned down a barn or a house with that shit? Like those videos online?
No, I tried it one time, and I know one thing. You better not try to do it fucking frozen.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I hear.
Yeah, that's what happens every time.
That's what I hear.
When we have a big gathering like that, I got a guy that owns a restaurant, and he comes over, and they do everything, and we have a big spread. I don't fuck that shit. And then when it's over, I pay the fucking people to come in there and clean the shit up. I ain't fucking with that either.
That's good.
Yeah, there you go. What else is on your mind? Everything else good?
Yeah, everything's good. I just got back from Key West, and I'm down here in Homestead, Florida, right now for the damn NASCAR shit, and I'm coming home for Thanksgiving.
NASCAR shit.
He gets to just take off and go to Key West.
It's the final
my
race.
wife, I've been doing all kinds of shit going everywhere. She wanted to go down there, and I just followed her around for fucking 6 days. Is all I fucking did. Drank liquor. That's about it.
Oh, wait, you went with your wife for once?
Yeah, she wanted to go. After a while, you got to say yes, man. You can't.
You can't keep just saying no all the time.
That's right, man. If a wife ain't happy, ain't nobody fucking happy.
Yeah, all right. All right.
But anyway, y'all, hey, I don't talk to y'all. Have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy that. You going fishing? You going to the damn concert, Opie?
He's going fishing.
I'm going fishing because this is
Why can't you do both?
I was debating that. I was debating that.
That's what they make fucking 8 balls for.
He said you should get back on the blow.
I heard.
That's a perfect suggestion.
I talked to Blackberry Smoke. They said they're coming back sooner than later, so I'll catch them definitely next time. It's a short weekend because we're doing radio next week a little bit, so.
Okay, man. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving. See you there, Vic.
See you, Chuck.
I should post a picture of the bluefish my fishing buddy caught, and then you'll understand why.
That was a hog.
Then you would understand why I wanted one more shot at it, because they are leaving town.
I called my brother Mike. I only have 2, and I called my brother Mike because he is a monster. I don't know which one he likes more, the fishing or the chance to go see a concert exactly like Blackberry Smoke. And he, no hesitation yesterday, said, tell him to get his ass after those fish.
I heard it.
Was the first thing he said. So
I'll probably shut out. I'll probably get shut out, but whatever.
Now, yeah, we've talked about it too much.
One more, and maybe next weekend too.
But that was a hoss.
Yeah,
that guy was holding 20-pound fish.
I think he said it was about 20 pounds right off the beach.
Yeah,
giant bluefish. I've never seen one that big reeled in off the beach. Let's say hi to George in Baltimore. George, do I have you?
Opie, love you.
Hey.
Love the show.
Thanks, George.
But I'm pissed, man.
Why?
It was a record company. First, you got me turned on to the record company and go to the concert, $200, beer, concert T-shirt. now I got to do the same with Blackberry Smoke. They were unbelievable, man. That is a sound, and like you guys are saying, I don't know what radio station would play on. They're just unbelievable.
Yeah, I think they get a little taste of the action. Their new album, Like an Arrow, is on YouTube. The whole thing. So if you want to check it out, but I'm one of these. I try to like support bands and stuff that I'm into. So maybe try to download their record like an arrow. But and how funny are they? They play that monster song "Waiting for the Thunder" and then they just cut it off like that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
That's so ballsy. I'm like, are you serious?
That's why outlaw country works. That's why Little Steven, bless his heart, when they gave him the little leeway to come up with some channels down here, that's a brilliant decision for him to think of that, because otherwise, where would that be played?
Right. I like Underground Garage.
That's a great channel.
I used to listen.
Outstanding channel.
I used to listen to Outlaw Country, and then I don't know why I just stopped. I got to get back listening to those guys.
When I worked on there, it was fun because there's a lot of leeway to play a lot of different styles. Right. It's not just country, other than in the title.
And Tepper,
Tepper knows his shit, man.
And he's running Outlaw Country?
Yeah.
I got to support Tepper.
The rumor, and we should ask Jeremy, is the rumor was Little Steven was at a show at Irving Plaza.
Yeah.
And Tepper was playing the music before and then the music between the opening act and whoever was headlining. And Little Steven wandered over to him and goes, "Find me the DJ. I want to talk to whoever's playing all this."
Oh, no kidding.
And then introduced himself and said,
that's how
I got an idea. I think so, but Jeremy can say for sure. It's a damn good story if it didn't happen that way.
If he's still around, have him come in here. But George, all right, there you go. You're going to have to spend a few more bucks.
I wish Florentine was still there because my wife and I were going out to dinner, and it's a restaurant that only serves breakfast. And Opie, I'm thinking of it.
What would Jim say?
Wait, you're going to a restaurant that only serves breakfast?
Yes, for dinner. That's all we do.
I'm all in, but I think Florentine would not be happy about that.
I would love to hear what he would say.
I'm all in. I mean, he would say you got to order like the eggs and the bacon. You can't order pancakes for dinner.
No, you can't?
I guarantee that's what
that
he would
used to be a treat when I was growing up.
Yeah.
At breakfast at night, and it was always pancakes.
Let me try to get him on the phone.
Can't let him get his. He's trying to get his car fixed.
I can't.
Somewhere.
No, I can't. I'm sick. When it comes to radio, I got to do this now.
You're going to try to bother him. He's driving
because we need to know. We need to know if this will fly.
What's the name of this place, man?
It's in Baltimore, and Vic, I know you always go out to Magoobies, but it's called Homemade. They do everything from scratch, man. It is the best restaurant you've ever been to. If you love that Southern cooking, sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
I was going to say my first thing I was going to ask is how was the biscuits and gravy, man?
To die for.
Jim.
They do everything in batches of 10.
George, hold on one second. Florentine, I got you on the radio through my cell phone. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm still in the garage, so I didn't even leave to get the tire fixed.
Oh, he's still in the garage? Hold on. All right, I got the speaker on. So we got a guy. He's going out to dinner with his wife, but they only serve breakfast at this restaurant. Is that okay? And what should he order that makes it okay?
As long as he doesn't use the word Brenner.
Brenner.
Yeah, because that's the word people use to have breakfast for dinner, and you call it Brenner.
Oh,
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll go to a Denny's or like a Waffle House on the road at like 6 o'clock and get eggs and hash browns and some shit like that. So I don't care, but just don't use Brenner, please.
And I told this guy, as long as you order the eggs and the bacon, I think Florentine would be okay with it. But don't order the fucking pancakes for dinner.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
Just don't call it Brenner.
I didn't even know.
Just don't call it Brenner.
The breakfast isn't going to be a $40 plate.
Right. All right.
I had no idea that was even a word.
No, I don't mind the pancakes. You can have the pancakes too. That's fine. Just
Don't fruit them up though.
Don't fruit them up and don't take a picture of it and put it on Instagram.
Yeah, I won't do that. Too.
Nobody cares.
No.
Nobody cares.
I know. Everyone knows what pancakes look like.
All right, bro. Go get your tire fixed. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
There goes Florentine.
He's going to be still down there in the garage. Right. When we leave in 20 minutes, he's going to be still down there in the garage doing something.
All right, he's cool with it. Just don't call it Brenner there, George, and you're all right.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Enjoy Blackberry Smoke. They're very cool.
They are. Thank you.
All right, man. Let me say hi to Jackson in Boston. Jackson.
Hey now, what's up, Opie? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. What's up?
Dude, the show is awesome. I'm really enjoying it. I love hearing what you come up with to open the show every day.
Well, it's a combination of people. I asked some of the guys that I do the radio show with, or a lot of requests off Twitter too. I'm getting turned on to a lot of cool stuff.
Broccoli song.
So listen, man. I used to play in a band, and it was a lot like Blackberry Smoke. I worked hard on it. It was some pretty badass stuff. So if somebody's going to hear it, then it'd be cool if you can hear it.
What band is it?
It's on YouTube. It's called Truman Highway.
Truman Highway?
Yes, sir. The song is called Woot, W-O-O-T. I want to see what you think of it.
All right.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah, he said woot right there.
Woot, there it is.
Woot.
You want us to do this in front of you? What if I don't like it?
Go ahead, do it in front of me. You'll like it.
You know what? I like that. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It sounds Metallica-ish.
It sounds like
just hard, man.
It sounds like somebody else. It's driving me nuts. Who does it sound like there, Jackson?
I don't. A little like Pantera, kind of Black Label Society, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Southern metal is what the category is, even though we're from Boston.
All right, very cool. I like it. Truman Highway. The song's called Woot. Thanks, bro.
Hey, man, I'm in radio too. You're a hero,
Sorry.
man. It's cool to be able to talk to you.
Oh, sorry.
It's still cool, man. It's still cool.
Sorry that you're in radio. For many reasons, because I know me and Anthony ruined it for a lot of people. I really do know that. The rules changed after we fucked it up.
Yeah, you fucked it up for all of us.
I have
At least you admit it.
I have stayed awake some
many
nights.
a night.
Not many, but some nights I'm like, wow, we really fucked up the business.
You know who I saw the other day?
Who?
Charles Lacquadera.
Jesus, where's he? At last I heard he was in Hawaii or something.
He is, but one of the guys from our station did a movie premiere the other day, and Charles came to see the movie.
Cool. What station you work on?
WZLX, Boston's classic.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, man. CBS Radio.
And what do you do for them, real fast?
I'm one of the producers for the Carlson McKenzie Morning Show.
I've been on that show.
Do you know Vic Henley?
Not in the last 2.5 years.
No, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, man. You're fucking awesome with Opie, dude.
I could have sworn I did this show.
You must have.
No, I'm saying I've only been with the show for like 2.5 years.
Oh,
so
well, I was at Magooby's earlier this year in like March or April or something, and I know I did morning radio, and that looks like where I was standing, but I could be wrong.
All right, Jackson, gotta let you go. All right, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. Keep up the good work, bro.
I will. Thank you. What was the Metallica toy instrument thing that everyone's talking about, Eric? Do you know? On Jimmy Fallon, I think they did enter saying that.
Yeah. Fallon does this thing now and then where they play with kids.
Yeah.
I saw it all over Facebook, but I just didn't feel like...
Find the Bill. If you want Metallica, you find Bill Bailey with Metallica, and they're playing it on the seal horns. They're...
Really?
Yeah, it's an amazing video. It's really cool. And Bill Bailey, do you know this, Eve? Have you seen this? You can...
What was it?
It's Bill Bailey's a British comedian, and it's Bill Bailey and Metallica, and they're playing with the horns that the seals punch that make the funny sound.
Really?
Yeah. It's really, but the whole thing is very elaborate. There he is, right there.
Yeah, let me see a little piece of this. That's pretty impressive. We'll tweet that out.
Yeah, he's a funny motherfucker. He's a
He was
great
on one of
guy.
my favorite shows called Black Books.
Oh, Dylan Moran's on that. Yeah, I know. God almighty, I spent a month drunk with him in Edinburgh, Scotland.
I just saw him last month at
yeah, he was in
Town
town.
Hall there.
I saw that when he was in town. Yeah, he's a good dude, too. He's also a great guy. Bill's the fucking best.
That's a show you should watch, Hope, on Netflix.
Yeah, why is it your favorite show?
It's one of my favorites. They're just these guys that run a bookstore, and he's drunk, constantly hammered
he's shit-faced
and
the whole
tries to
time.
drive all the people out of the bookstore from buying anything.
Yeah, it only made it like 2 seasons.
3 series, but they're like 6 episodes.
6 each, yeah, something like that.
And it's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. It's an old show, but it's still...
All right, it's called Black Book. I'm going to
Black's Book.
Black's Book?
Black Book.
Black Books. Okay. Black Books on Netflix. I'll check it out this weekend in between fishing.
Walking Dead's on Netflix.
I know. I love Walking Dead. It's such an amazing show. Can I see the Jimmy Fallon thing?
Yeah, let me find it.
I saw it all over Facebook. I don't know why I had no desire to click on it.
It's been going for a while. The gag has for a while, right?
I'm trying to remember what.
Yeah, he did Adele. He did Carly Rae
right.
Jepsen. Like he's done a lot of people where they do. He did Sesame Street too.
I'm trying to remember which one I actually saw, but people seem to like this.
I love it. I
really
forgotten
don't want
he
to
was
like
doing
it.
this.
I didn't want to like it. It's all right, man. Let's say hi. We only have a couple minutes left here. Dan in Virginia. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, guys. Like the show. Love it. So, yeah, you guys are talking about Friendsgiving. So we've actually been doing Friendsgiving for about 3 or 4 years now. It's great. So we do it before Thanksgiving when we all go home to our families and basically just as an excuse to cook and get really fucked up. It's a lot of fun.
Wait, but do you do it on Thanksgiving Day?
No. So we do it. We'll do it tomorrow this year,
right,
or a week or two before. So we all still go back to our families. It's just kind of an excuse for all of us to get together and, like I said, cook and get fucked up.
Well, that's what Wednesday before Thanksgiving is for, traditionally. No, we're talking about, E-Rock said that actually friends are completely blown off their families that they could easily get to.
He's just adding an extra one.
Right. And on Thanksgiving, they're just hanging out with their friends. And it's not because they're far away from home or any of that shit.
Yeah, that's just fucking silly.
I mean, you can't handle your family for a couple holidays every year. That's easy, man.
I've done both. I used to work this week every year in Cincinnati, and I would go to my friend's house, and we would throw out the whole spread with just 7 or 8 of us, and I loved it. It was great, and I was making money and avoiding crazy family stuff if any of that was going to happen.
Right. Let me say hi to Joe in Ohio. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I really enjoyed the show.
Thank you.
You were talking about the radio stations with the blended format. They had one here called, I think they called it like the Brad, and it was a bridge between 2 format changes. It was awesome, but this current generation, who's like, everything is 100% YouTube, I want to view the same video 87 times in a row, they don't want variety.
And they want to be able to pick their own stuff. It's kind of stupid we had to wait around for our favorite songs on the radio. And now these kids are like, fuck that. Why would I wait? I'm going to YouTube and I'll listen to whatever I want. So that's definitely...
Yeah, I'm going to watch the same video 87 times.
Right. I hear you. Dude, that's our music. I got to actually cut you off today. Thank you, bro.
See you guys.
All right, Joe. Call back. Joe from Ohio. Vic Henley. Wow, 4 days in a row for you, man.
I know. I'm going to take like a month off.
No, I liked it.
Request.
I definitely liked it.
Yeah. I'm exhausted.
What do we got? You're going to be going to
I got New York
tonight?
City. I'm going to Blackberry Smoke tonight. I've got New York City dates through New Year's. And then in January and February, I'm doing some dates with Kathleen Madigan.
Nice.
So I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, Macon, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. And then in February, we're in Chattanooga and Memphis, Tennessee.
Get Kathy Madigan in here.
I'm going to try. Kathleen is absolutely. Her new special's on Netflix right now. It's called Bothering Jesus. It's hilarious.
I believe I've never had her on the radio.
She's great.
Which is just stupid.
She's great.
Blackberry Smoke tonight at Beacon Theater here in New York City. If you use the code SiriusXM at Ticketmaster, I think
44.
I think they're still giving you 44% off. YouTube channel Opie Radio. My Larry video, the whole video. I've been just throwing snippets out there. It's finally done. I really like that one. And on Twitter, if you're one of the good ones, Opie Radio on Twitter and Opie Radio on Instagram. Finally, E-Rock.
All right, we have the Opie Radio podcast on iTunes and Google Play with Tig Notaro and Joe DeRosa yelling at a caller. That's available, so subscribe for that. Leave a review. We've been updating OA photos again, so we just finished 2001. We're going into 2002. There's a lot of horrible, wretched stuff up there for your viewing enjoyment.
It's unbelievable what we used to get away with.
I know.
I saw the update, by the way. I meant to tell you, Eric, before the show. Yeah, OA photos on Twitter.
We put up 2001 homeless shopping spree.
Holy fuck.
The best ass contest, which needs to be renamed. And girls with knife wounds and bullets and then all kinds of things like that. Yeah.
There you go.
And finally, brand new episode of It's Eric Nagel up on SiriusXM on demand. Please download.
All right. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. We're doing a couple shows next week before we tap out. Thank you, guys. See you soon.